You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. Listening to
Welcome to Bowie Baysox Baseball. It's time now for the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show.
It's the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show from Prince George's Stadium. We're getting set for Game 5 in this 6-game series between the Richmond Flying Squirrels and your Bowie Baysox. So glad you're with us. Alongside Adam Pohl, I'm Matt Sabatis with you from the ballpark in Bowie. And Adam, it pains to say, but the Baysox seem to be a little tired, a little out of gas over the last few days. After the second time in their last 3 nights, they gave up a crooked number in the 9th inning to take away their chance at potentially picking up a big win, and again taking away their chance at potentially moving into sole possession of first place, as Griffin McClarty came in a 2-2 game and instantly allowed 2 walks and a 3-run home run. That was the end of Bowie's hopes. They've tried to get something, anything out of this series, and the best that they've been able to muster was a 1-run win that Richmond was making a charge at late when Jacob Hayward put up a 2-run home run in the 8th inning. Other than that win, the Baysox have not really had much to say about this series, and they really need a big statement going into this final home weekend and into the final road trip of the regular season.
There's no doubt about it. But, you know, one thing that stands out to me is that Bowie's been fortunate with Erie's struggles, right? I mean, if Erie would have won 3 of the last 4 games, let's say, the Baysox would be in a tough spot. So it is a little bit of a glass half full or glass half empty situation. You can sit there and say, my goodness, you've had such an opportunity this week to grab hold of the lead in the division, and obviously you've dropped 3 out of the first 4, and 2 of them have been dramatic in how you've fallen. But the other way to look at it, of course, is that you're tied with 8 games left. It is all right there for the Baysox, and Bowie's very fortunate to be in this position. And boy, oh boy, here we go. I mean, there's nothing better than coming down the stretch with it all on the line.
Well, let's set you up for today's game with the numbers as Richmond comes in for game number 130 on the season. A 62-67 record for the Squirrels, a 1-game winning streak for them, and they're 5-5 over their last 10. Richmond is 30-37 when playing on the road. Bowie comes in for game number 131 in the year, a 64-66 record, a 1-game losing streak for the Baysox. They're 4-6 over their last 10, and they are 36-31 1 when playing in front of their home crowds here at Prince George's Stadium. Second half sees Bowie at 37-24. That's still tied with Erie for the best record in the Southwest Division, but the two sides have been losing ground to Portland. The Sea Dogs have been the hottest team in the Eastern League. They have won 11 of their last 12 games, currently riding a 3-game win streak. But Bowie and Erie are still tied atop the Southwest with 37-24 records, while Richmond is 22-38 in the second half. They're fifth in the Southwest Division, but of course they've already punched their ticket with their first half finish. The problem with Bowie being tied for first is less to do with Erie and more to do with who's starting to come up from the rear. Akron is in third place at 34-27, only 3 games out of first with these 8 games left to play, and the Baysox will play their final 6 games of the regular season at Canal Park in Akron, while Altoona is still not too far behind. 33-27, they are 3.5 games out of first place. And it was a 4:05 first pitch up at UPMC Park in Erie earlier today, and that game is already a blowout. Altoona 12, Erie 5. So the curve could get much closer, and the Baysox could potentially have a much clearer opportunity to finally break back into sole possession of first place. But the way this week's gone, Bowie has just been matching step with Erie every step of the way. So hopefully with that little bit of space around the scoreboard watching, maybe Bowie can finally break through. As we look at today's starting pitching matchup, the Baysox will send out Brennan Hanafy, while Richmond goes with right-handed pitcher Kai-Wei Tang. Now, Bowie has seen Tang plenty this year. Taiwanese native was originally signed by Minnesota in 2017, but he was sent to San Francisco at the deadline in 2019. That was the Sam Dyson deal, and he was one of the best strikeout arms in the Giants system last year. And the same is said this year. 153 strikeouts in 124 2/3 innings. He has got the second most punch-outs in the league, trailing only Erie's Reese Olson. Now, Bowie has met Tang already 4 times this season. He fired 5 shutout frames in his first start of the year. That was back in April on that opening weekend here at Prince George's Stadium. But then Bowie got him back for 6 runs in 4 innings at the end of April when they went down to the diamond. Bowie's only win in their 6-game series that week. You got to remember that. At the start of July, when the second half was just getting underway, Bowie had a series of timely hits and a home run by Hudson Haskin in a 4-2 win. But Tang still struck out 7 in that outing. His last start against the Baysox was the most peculiar. He allowed 6 runs and could not enter the 3rd inning. Bowie led 6-0, but they still lost the game. A 7-6 loss as the Baysox did not collect a hit after the 2nd inning in that contest. They're going to try and, of course, spread it out a little bit more, but still see if they can maybe chase Tang some more after they've already faced him 4 times this season. Tang does have a decent fastball. It sits in the low 90s, but can play well in the top of the zone and pairs with his slider and changeup that he pretty much uses at any point throughout the at-bat. But, of course, he does have trouble with walks, too. 75 walks leads the Eastern League, so Bowie might be able to do something with that. While Brendan Hanafy goes for the Baysox, you speak of walks, and that was a little bit of the issue for Hanafy his last time. Not necessarily the walks, but just the long plate appearances that ruined him. Only 4 innings for Hanafy in his last start. He worked scoreless and only allowed 1 hit. It was a double. He dealt with only 2 runners in scoring position, but just too many lengthy plate appearances that put him near 70 pitches after just 4 innings. And after Bowie had taken a lead, they wanted to switch to a reliever. Unfortunately for the Baysox, they got walked off in that game. So as long as Hanafy can use his cutter and slider well, especially to the right-handers, I think he'll be in for a good day. You just want to see a little bit more length from him. Speaking of Hanafy, we had a good conversation with him following a start about 2 weeks ago against Somerset, and we're going to replay that for you next as we hear what it's been like on his trip back from the Tommy John surgery into what's been a successful second half here with the Baysox in 2022. We're back after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Hey fans, do you know your mud hens from your trash pandas? Then play Minor League Rundown, the official free-to-play game of Minor League Baseball, and compete for tickets and game day experiences. Rundown is made for masters of ballpark trivia. Playing is free and easy on any mobile device. Just head on over to www.ballyplay.com to sign up and play. Return for each open round to vie for more prizes, including the grand prize to attend Championship Weekend in Las Vegas this October. It's never been this fun to get caught in a rundown.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the DC area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Checking back in on the DCA Imaging Systems pre-game show as we prepare for Game 4 in this 7-game series between Bowie and Akron. It's been a long road trip, and we're checking in with yesterday's starting pitcher, Brendan Hanafy. Tossed 4 2/3 strong ball yesterday. Longest outing of the season. Just overall, how did it feel?
Felt good, man. I feel like I've been doing some good things. Just haven't really been able to put it all together. I don't think I still put it all together last night, but I was able to give us a decent effort and, give us a chance to win. Would have liked to have gotten that last out in the 5th, but you know what? The pitch count and all that, I get all of that. Just health concern, but yeah, it felt good last night and finally good to have some success.
What was there a pitch specifically you felt was working best for you last night for a good quick out maybe?
My sinker early in the count, the guys were aggressive, so just tried to get strike 1 and kind of hope they hit a ground ball to somebody. Also able to get the changeup going last night, which helps just, control that throttle a little bit, forward and back, get them off balance. Garrett Stallings had a lot of success with that the night before, so, I kind of used what he did and tried to build on that.
It happened in back-to-back innings there. The first pitch he threw of an inning was a ground out right to Ortiz. Was that the sinker both times?
I believe so, yes. Yep.
As we continue on with Brendan Hanafy here on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. We were pulling for you on the broadcast to get that 5th out too. It'll be a special moment once it comes back to that 5 scoreless next time through. But what is going to be next for you in the development? Is it just extending more of that distance and getting further and further into each individual outing? Is that what you and the coaching staff are kind of anticipating?
Yeah, it's just, I guess not really keeping to a routine, but, just building on each outing, and it's doing it for 2 2/3 well, then it's doing it for 3 1/3 well, then it's doing it for 4 2/3, and then trying to get to, maybe 5, possibly 6 by the end of the year. Just keeping up with the routine, staying healthy, but, also trying to get better and progress as the season goes.
How much have you kind of intermixed from missing 2021 up until now on maybe the rehab trail, while at the same time trying to add on to your development and trying to grow? What would you say a good blend of that has been like?
Right, and I also missed 2020 with the COVID year. Obviously, I pitched at home, which was not quite AA competition, but it's been a tough road, man. It's just getting the feel back, and baseball is the hardest game to replicate a game situation. You can get all the bullpen reps, all the catch play reps you can get, but until you're on a mound with a hitter in the box and an umpire behind the plate, man, those are the reps where you actually develop, I think, and it's the biggest thing. And unfortunately for 2 years I haven't been able to get any of those, so it's been a long road. It's tough. You're trying to feel things back. You're trying to get better, but you're also trying to get a AA hitter out at the same time, which,
You've been doing a pretty good job at that so far, at least.
I've had my ups and downs for sure, but, it's been fun. I'm enjoying it. The team being, we're winning games, we're having fun. That helps the most, even when times were tough, and I'm sure they'll be tough again, but, having a group of guys, the coaching staff, man, it's a fun group, so that definitely helps.
You mentioned that Garrett Stallings was getting a lot of success with his changeup the night before, and you tried to maybe incorporate some of that into your approach. What led to that intuition? Was it something that you were watching as Stallings was going through? Is it something that he maybe told you, or maybe something on the game review the next day?
Yeah, me and Stallings are pretty tight, man. So obviously when he pitches, I watch pretty closely because we do, we might not have the same exact stuff, but if I had to put my stuff against anybody else, him and mine are probably the most similar. So I pay attention when he pitches and see what guys do off of him and try to get an idea of how he's getting guys out. But we do talk a lot, after the outing as well. And, before I went out, I kind of asked him a couple questions about a couple guys. And, I feel like he always gives me a straight up answer. He doesn't beat around the bush. He's a good guy. And happy to see him have success again as well.
Did the two of you guys know each other by chance before getting to the Orioles? Because you're both Virginia guys.
Yeah, we are Virginia guys, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
And we kind of just clicked when we first met. And was he here last year?
I think for a short spell.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, spring training at least, we hung out a lot. And then this year, as soon as I got back, I think he was the first one over to my locker, and we've just kind of hit it off ever since.
That's great to hear. As we wrap things up here with Brendan Hannafy on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show, two quick things that I usually like to ask, especially of pitchers. Who would you say has, in quote, the nastiest pitch on staff?
Ooh, it's a tough one. I like the Prizzy changeup, man.
Okay.
Yeah. That one's fun.
It worked well the other night.
It did. Yeah, I like Prizzy's an awesome dude, man. Even better changeup.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm going to give it to him. But that's a tough question on the spot.
Yeah. And then maybe a bit of an easier one. After a long day at the park, especially on one of these long road trips, you get back to the hotel, or maybe you're on the bus on the way back. You put on Netflix. What's been your go-to show lately? Even if it's not on Netflix, any streaming service, what's been your go-to show to kind of wrap up the night?
Well, I'm rooming with Greg Cullen, and we're big sports guys.
Okay.
So we've watched the Jeter doc a couple nights. We've watched Hard Knocks. We watched the first episode of Hard Knocks, and then just a couple random comedy movies, man. But
all right, man.
What a trip he is.
Oh, he's a good personality. Brendan, thank you so much for the time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
That's Brendan Hannafy here on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. We'll step aside. Be back in a bit. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the D.C. area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
Just minutes away from getting going here with what will be Game 5 of a 6-game series and what is our final homestand of this 2022 regular season. That means that tonight is the final fireworks show of the year here at Prince George's Stadium. So if you don't have any plans, come on out. It's going to be a rainy day tomorrow. Get on out tonight. It's a beautiful, comfortable night. The Baysox are playing such an important bowl game today, and you'll see a great fireworks show to round out the year. The Baysox are taking the field right now with 8 games to play. They are in a tie for first place. In the Southwest Division, the team they're tied with, Erie, is trailing 13-5 to Altoona in the bottom of the 7th inning. We're going to take one more break. We'll return with starting lineups and this evening's first pitch right after this on the Baysox Baseball Network.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
It's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. Coverage of the 2022 Bowie Baysox season is brought to you by Chesapeake Employers Insurance, DCA Imaging Systems, On the Green, Patient First, Royal Farms, Smile Doctors, and ZY Pyrotechnics. And now, live from the ballpark, it's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball.
We're ready to go from Prince George's Stadium. It's Game 5 of this 6-game series between the Richmond Flying Squirrels and your Bowie Baysox. So glad you're with us. Matt Sabatas with you from the ballpark in Bowie. And as Brennan Hanafy warms on the mound for the Baysox, the starting lineup for the Squirrels that he'll face looks like this. Leading off in center field, you've got Shane Matheny, followed by Tyler Fitzgerald at second base, batting second. Diego Rincones is in left field, batting third. Will Wilson, the shortstop, bats fourth. Casey Schmidt is at third base, batting fifth. Brandon Martorado, the DH, bats sixth. Armani Smith in right field, bats seventh. Carter Aldretti at first base, eighth. And Ricardo Genovez is the catcher, batting ninth. Richmond is the AA affiliate of the San Francisco Giants. They're managed by Dennis Pelfrey, assisted by Paul Azaguera, Danny Santon, and Gary Davenport. Chris Walsh is the athletic trainer. Richmond is 62-67 on the season, a one-game winning streak, and 22-38 here in the second half. Again, their lineup features Matheny, Fitzgerald, Rincones, Wilson, Schmidt, Martorado, Smith, Aldretti, Genovez, all to face off against Brendan Hanafy on the mound. Prince George's Stadium here in Bowie is 309 feet down the line to both left and right field, 405 feet to straightaway center with very little wind this evening. As Shane Matheny digs in, it looks like we're getting some fresh dirt delivered out toward, I think, the opposing bullpen. We've got a couple of members of the grounds crew who were brought over by one of the umpires sprinting across from the right field corner where the grounds office is out to left field foul ground where the Richmond bullpen is. They've got a bucket with them and a rake. But no, it looks like they're actually going down toward home plate. So it looks like we might not have home plate fully groomed ahead of the start of this one. Or are they putting it, they're putting it on the baseline, third base side. So on the foul side of third base, but just in the running lane, about midway down, so about 30 feet away from third base. They're just going to get some fresh dirt, rake it a little bit, make sure that the lane is fully prepared for this one. But it's been a bit of a cloudy day here at Prince George's Stadium. We had some much clearer skies a little bit earlier, but the lights are on here at the ballpark as Bowie is set to go for the final night game here in the home season. Bowie will play one more game tomorrow at 1:05 and then hit the road for 6 to wrap up the regular season. A tough road trip approaches with Akron. The Baysox and the Rubber Ducks have had an interesting season series, and Bowie's going to want to make sure that they gain a little bit of momentum over these 2 games before they hit the road for those 6, because it will be a quick start to that series. Bowie anticipates to play at 11:05 on Tuesday morning. So that quick little delay looks like it's been taken care of as they got that one little half bucket full of dirt scraped out on the left side of the third base running lane. And now this grounds crew will head out of the gate in the left field corner, and we can finally get started with the left-hander Shane Matheny digging into the box. Only left-hander in the batting lineup for Richmond today. He's hitting .250 with an .800 OPS in 86 games played. 12 doubles and a triple, 12 homers, 47 runs batted in. You do have to feel for Brendan Hanafy, though, as that does take him a bit out of his rhythm, but now he's ready to go. First pitch in, and a fastball just misses down and away. 1-0 to start. As we're underway at 6:38 p.m. on a 76-degree cloudy day here at Prince George's Stadium. The 1-0 pitch, and Matheny lofts it out to deep left field. Haskin arranging back. Left fielder stops, now takes a couple of extra steps back in front of the warning track, but still makes the play with room to spare. 1 up, 1 down on 2 pitches. Let's tell you about the defense. From left to right in the outfield, you've got Hudson Haskin, Zach Watson, and John Rhodes. Cesar Prieto is at third base. Daryl Hernaiz is the shortstop. Connor Norby at second. Andrew Dashbach at first. And Michael Montagne is the catcher behind home plate for Brendan Hanafy on the mound. As Tyler Fitzgerald steps in, a .236 average and a .759 OPS in 118 games. First pitch home, and it's called a strike. Fastball at the knees, and it's 0-1 to open. 19 doubles and 2 triples for Fitzgerald, 21 home runs, 58 runs batted in this season. As the 0-1 pitch is just outside. Slider looked to be close, but barely missed away, and it's a ball and a strike. Brennan Hanafy, 6'5", 215-pound, 24-year-old right-hander from Harrisonburg, Virginia. 4th-round selection in 2016. Fires the next, and it's called a strike. Sinker on the outside edge, and it's 1-2. Hanafy is 2-1 this season with Bowie, a 4.64 ERA in 9 games all starts, 33 innings of work. The 1-2 pitch, swinging a poke out towards short, tough play for Hernaiz. He scoops near the bag and fires to first. It's late, just barely, looked close, and Fitzgerald reaches on an infield single. 7-game hit streak now for Fitzgerald. That one was a slow hopper that dug into the dirt instantly. And it gets Richmond a base runner here with 1 out in the first inning as Diego Rinconez will step in. .253 average for Rinconez, a .668 OPS in 84 games. 11 doubles, no triples, 8 home runs, 38 runs batted in. He had yesterday off Rinconez, but now he's back in batting third. First pitch home, and he watches fastball just miss high. Zone is tight out of the gate today. 1-0 the count on Rinconez as that one looked to be at the letters. We've seen a couple of pitches already looking to be in the zone, but still called for ball. Got to be careful with Fitzgerald at first base as the 1-0 pitch is called a strike. Fastball at the knees, and it's 1-1. Fitzgerald has only been caught once in 21 total attempts this season. Meanwhile, Michael Montagne is making his first start behind home plate for Bowie this year. He appeared in 1 game with the Baysox earlier this season. 1-1 pitch. And it's fouled off to the right side. It's 1-2. Montagne came in as a late replacement following a Maverick Handley hit by pitch back in August when the Baysox were visiting Harrisburg. This is his first start and his first game in Bowie. But it's a ball and 2 strikes on Rinconez here. We'll see if Fitzgerald takes off. And if he looks back at first, being held on by Dashbach. Runner stays put. The 1-2 is bounced slowly to third. No chance for a double play as Prieto gloves and throws to first. A tad low, but picked up by Dashbach at the knee. Fitzgerald moves to second base on a 5-3 putout, and there's 2 away. Good fastball inside. Plenty of movement on the fastball early from Hanafy today. Your umpiring crew has Tyler Whitty at third base. Gabe Alfonso is at first. And Louis Krupa is the crew chief. He's calling the balls and strikes behind home plate. As Will Wilson steps in, .236 average and a .771 OPS in 44 games. 6 doubles, no triples, 8 home runs, 21 runs batted in. As Hanafy looks back runner at second and fires the first pitch. Wilson watches slider miss down and away. It's 1-0 to start. Hannafy has struck out 31 batters this season and walked 12 in his 33 innings, allowed 4 home runs. Opponents are hitting him at a .210 clip. 1-0 pitch to Wilson, and it's lined to short, taken on a hop by Hernaiz, deep in the grass. A rainbow toss to first gets there. Dashbach holds the foot on. 6-3 ground out ends the inning, strains a runner at second. We move to the bottom of the first. Richmond nothing. Bowie set to bat. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org.
Well, Brendan Hannafy kept the Richmond Flying Squirrels scoreless in the top of the first. As we move to the bottom of the first, it'll be on the Bowie Baysox offense to try and back him up with perhaps a little bit of run support. As Kai-Wei Tang warms in the mound for Richmond, the starting lineup for the Baysox that he'll face looks like this. Leading off at second base, you've got Connor Norby, followed by Cesar Prieto at third base, batting second. Hudson Askin in left field bats third. Andrew Dashbach at first base, fourth. Daryl Hernaiz is the shortstop, batting fifth. John Rhodes in right field, sixth. Toby Welk is the DH, he bats seventh. Zach Watson in center field, eighth. And Michael Montagne is the catcher, batting ninth. Bowie is the Double-A affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. They're managed by Kyle Moore, and their record is 64-66, 37-24 in the second half. Again, the Bowie lineup features Norby, Prieto, Haskin, Dashbach, Hernaiz, Rhodes, Welk, Watson, Montagne, all to face off against Kai-Wei Tang on the mound. As Connor Norby steps in, a .299 average and a .945 OPS in 56 games, 12 doubles, 2 triples, 15 homers, 39 runs batted in. As Tang peers in, holds ball in hand, and brings them set at the waist. He fires the first pitch in, and Norby watches a called strike. Fastball nicks the outside edge of the zone just barely. It's 0-1 to start. Bowie lost another one last night in late inning fashion. Heartbreaks in the ninth inning over the last couple of nights for the Baysox. As the 0-1 pitch into Norby is just outside. Slider misses, and it's a ball and a strike. Bowie had to scratch and claw their way back to even make last night's game a game. Bowie only had 2 hits over the first 7 innings of the contest. Only got 1 runner to scoring position. As the 1-1 pitch is checked on. Breaking ball outside, he went. They appeal to the first base umpire, and he's the one to make the call. It's a ball and 2 strikes on Norby. Last night, after Richmond pushed ahead 2-0, Bowie hit back-to-back home runs in the bottom of the 8th. One by Maverick Handley, one by Chris Given. But in the top of the 9th, Griffin McClarty instantly allowed a 3-run home run. The 1-2 pitch, and Norby checks on another slider outside. This time he held up. First base umpire gives him the all-clear sign, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes here. But Bowie lost 5-2. It was the second time in 3 nights that the Baysox allowed Richmond a crooked number in the top of the 9th inning, spoiling their chances. And now the 2-2 pitch to Norby is outside and bounces away. He didn't even check on that one. It was an easy take. Count runs full. Kai-Wei Tang this season has opponents hitting only .211 on full counts, but he has struck out 32 and walked 42 batters. You're going to be seeing a lot of these big numbers from Kai-Wei Tang in today's game as he makes his second to last start of the regular season. The payoff pitch to Norby is popped foul. In on the hands, and it gets out of play to the back end. And the count stays full. But Bowie has seen Kai-Wei Tang plenty this year. This is already the 5th time that the Baysox are facing off against the Taiwanese native. Right-hander, a former Twins farmhand. And fires another payoff into Norby. He bounces it to first, and a good grab by Carter Aldretti. He's going to have to underhand to the pitcher covering, and he just gets it there in time. Norby was about to win a foot race, but Tang was able to respond quickly and cover the ground. 3-1 put out, and there's 1 away. Rest of the defense for Richmond tonight sees Diego Rincones in left field, Shane Matheny in center, Armani Smith is in right. Casey Schmidt at third base, Will Wilson at shortstop, Tyler Fitzgerald at second, Carter Aldretti at first, and Ricardo Genovez is the catcher behind the plate for Kaiwei Tang on the mound. As Cesar Prieto digs in, left-hander hitting .259, a .652 OPS in 85 games played. First pitch home, and Prieto watches outside. Changeup misses, and it's 1-0 to start. Kaiwei Tang, 6'2", 247-pound, 23-year-old right-hander, a native of Taichung in Taiwan. Traded over from Minnesota in that Sam Dyson deal at the 2019 deadline. He fires the 1-0, and Prieto watches a fastball miss high. 2 balls and no strikes. A 5-12 record for Tang this season. He leads the Eastern League in losses. 26 games all starts. He has a 5.49 ERA. Mild shift on for Prieto as the 2-0 pitch is on the outside edge of the zone. A fastball for a called strike. It's 2-1. 124 2/3 innings for Tang this season. He struck out 153 batters. That's the second most in the Eastern League, trailing only Erie's Reese Olson. He's walked 75 batters, which leads the Eastern League. The 2-1 pitch, and Prieto lifted out to left field toward the corner. Rinconez ranges, backing up to the warning track, and he almost overran it. Makes the catch after stretching that arm back out in the other direction. 2 up, 2 down, and now it goes on to Hudson Haskin. The Baysox are in their alternate Copa de la Diversión jerseys today. The alternate identity, Los Cangrejos Fantasmas de Chesapeake, the Chesapeake Ghost Crabs. For the final time this season, a black jersey, a teal-blue sleeve, with Cangrejos Fantasmas on the front side, white pants, and the teal-blue cap. Richmond is in their road grays, the red Richmond stylized on the front side, gray pants, red cap. First pitch to Hudson Haskin, misses outside. A changeup starts the count out at 1-0. Haskin, a .263 average this season with an .818 OPS in 105 games. 22 doubles and 3 triples, 15 homers, 55 runs batted in. He's really looking to break out here in the month of September. As the 1-0 pitch is just outside. Fastball misses, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Scoreless game here in the bottom of the second. Richmond got an infield single and a runner to scoring position in the first, but Hannafy worked scoreless on just 12 pitches. Meanwhile, that was the 12th for Kaiwei Tang. The 13th pitch is on its way. Haskin watches low and away, another off-speed, and it's 3-0. Well, the last time that Tang faced Bowie, he's seen them 4 times this year, but he has not seen them since the 24th of July. That was that 3-game series when Bowie went to the diamond following the All-Star break, and it was a short day for Tang. The 3-0, called a strike at the knees. It's 3-1 on Haskin. Tang allowed 5 hits and 6 runs in just 2 innings. He walked 2 and struck out 2. The Baysox built a 6-0 lead, but they eventually lost that game. The 3-1 pitch, and Haskin watches up and in. That one looked to be on the zone as well. It was close. Haskin, of course, the way he plays in on the plate probably could have fooled a little bit, but it definitely looked like it could have gone for a called strike too. Instead, Haskin draws the walk, and the Baysox get a runner aboard with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first for Andrew Dashbach. It's a .201 average for Dashbach this season, a .703 OPS in 95 games, 11 doubles, no triples, 14 homers, 43 runs batted in. As the first pitch in, and Dashbach holds up on a slider down and away. Kept in front by Genovez. Haskin was thinking about going to second base, but he held up. It's 1-0 to start. Now, one of the more peculiar things about Andrew Dashbach this season is that his power is pretty much the same. He comes up at pretty critical times for the Baysox this season. He's been having a great month. You can't take away September from him just yet. He's hitting .364. But his strikeouts and walks this year, as the 1-0 pitch is lifted out toward deep right field. Smith hesitates and now backs up on it. He sees it in front of the warning track and makes the catch. I was going to say Dashbach's strikeouts and his walks are both up this season, but he flies out here to end the first. Scoreless from both sides as we move to the second inning. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Second inning here in Bowie, as we've got a scoreless game so far. Both sides able to get a base runner, but nobody able to get him too far anywhere. It was a very quick frame for Brendan Hanafy. He needed just 12 pitches around an infield single, worked 2 groundouts and a flyout. He'll face 5, 6, and 7 in the Richmond lineup here in this half inning. As Casey Schmidt will lead off, followed by Brandon Martorado and Armani Smith after that. Schmidt making his first appearance since Thursday, make that Wednesday as a matter of fact. He got hit by a pitch in the foot late in the contest and took 2 days off, was day-to-day. They watched him for a little bit, decided not to IL him, and he says he's good. So Schmidt will step in, a .352 average. 980 OPS in his 22 games here at AA, 9 doubles and a triple. First pitch in, and Schmidt pops it up. Shallow right field. Rhodes didn't see it at first, but fortunately the second baseman, Connor Norby, runs out and makes the catch. So 1 up, 1 down on 1 quick pitch there. Here's Brandon Martorado. Designated hitter, hitting .219 this season with a .701 OPS in 88 games played. 16 doubles and 3 triples, 10 homers, 44 runs batted in. First base plays a little bit pinched in on the right-hander as the first pitch is a slider that misses well outside, and the count starts out at 1-0. Well, distance is going to be what Brendan Hanafy really needs today, and at this rate, he's looking good. As the 1-0 pitch is in there for a called strike. That fastball looked to be a little bit in. Well, Hudson Haskin walked on a pitch that was closer to the plate in the first inning than that one was. And it goes for a strike on Martorado. It's 1-1. Next pitch is fouled off. Little floater out toward right field, but it'll get out of play. Andrew Dashbach really made it look playable, but it gets about 2 rows deep. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. But Hanafy has not pitched 5 innings since the 24th. That was 3 starts ago when he picked up his second consecutive win. 5 innings of 1-run ball against Altoona. And now the 1-2 to Martorado is lifted into center field and shallow. Watson sprinting down, still running, loses the hat, and it falls in. He didn't want to collide with Norby. Norby was running out too far, and Watson had to hold up on it. He couldn't dive if he was going to get a face full of Norby's foot. Martorado picks up a single. And he's got hits in 2 of his last 3 games now. Second consecutive inning that Hanafy has worked a quick out to open and then given up a single. Neither of these 2 singles have been well struck either. As Armani Smith steps in, Martorado has been crafty on the base paths this season. First pitch in, and it's called a strike. Good tailing fastball in the lower outside corner. It's 0-1. Martorado has 9 steals in 11 attempts. And again, we'll have to see what Michael Montagne's arm is like. Bowie hasn't seen him enough this season to get a taste. As Martorado takes off, pitches down, and Montagne doesn't even throw. Not sure if it kicked up enough dirt to where Montagne didn't feel comfortable getting the throw off or he missed the transfer, but that's not a good start for the Baysox and the catcher that they're only probably going to use a couple of days, 2 more days at most, through the remainder of the season. So now it's a ball and a strike on Hanafy with a runner in scoring position, still only 1 out. Takes the double play off the table, and that would have been big. Smith hits into a bunch. The 1-1, and he pops it out toward first. Foul ground, Dashbach ranging and makes the catch. Just a couple of lengthy strides in front of the warning track. That takes away the need for the double play in essence. Fortunately enough there, some weak contact off the bat from Smith and really the entire Richmond lineup so far. And if he would just like to keep that going, again, it comes down to how long he can go in this game. And if it continues to be a weak contact kind of day, then he can absolutely go far. But you would like to see some strikeouts here and there. As Carter Aldretti steps in, first pitch is called strike. Change up on the upper inside corner, 0-1. 217 average for Aldretti, a 634 OPS in 35 games. 6 doubles, no triples, 4 homers, 20 runs batted in. He had the 3-run home run last night that broke the 2-2 tie. The 0-1 pitch. And that fastball really looked close, but suppose it missed a bit under the knees. It's 1-1. Well, on the inside edge to the right-handers, the zone is definitely fluctuating, but every other edge of the four-sided box seems to be a bit tight today. As the 1-1 is lined over toward short, picked on a backhanded throw by Hernaiz. He tosses it to first, and taken on a bounce, Andrew Dashbach with a great reception. Not a spectacular play by means, but to get it done still takes some quality effort. The Baysox pulled it off. 6-3 put out, strands another runner at second. We go to the bottom of the second, still scoreless. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service, and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional, organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Bottom of the second here in Bowie, still a scoreless game. Brendan Hannafy has been dancing from base runners tonight. A little bit of help from the defense is always good to have. And as we go to the bottom of the second, Kaiwei Tang will deal with 5, 6, and 7 in the Bowie lineup. Daryl Hernaiz leads off. John Rhodes and Toby Welk will follow. Only a 150 average for Hernaiz so far this season, a 396 OPS, but still just in 9 games. 1 double, no triples, 1 homer, 7 runs batted in. As the first pitch in from the right-hander, Tang is called a strike. Slider finds the outside edge of the zone, and it's 0-1 to start. Well, you talk about a durable arm in a guy like Tang. He's thrown the most pitches in the Eastern League this season. As the 0-1 offering is swung on and missed well outside, 0-2. And at 23 years old, that's no small feat, especially here in the Eastern League. And especially when he's had so many starts against Bowie specifically. The 0-2 pitch, and Hernaiz lifts it out toward the right field corner, but foul. This one will slice out of play and touch down on the berm. Count stays at 0-2. So that's, of course, something that the Giants must very much like out of Tang this year. Next step in his development is obviously just going to be limiting those walks. Another 0-2 pitch, and Hernaiz watches it just miss low. Change up under the knees, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Of course, if Tang can just shorten up his plate appearances and avoid some of those walks, he could be one of the most devastating pitchers in baseball. His strikeout numbers, his slider, it's all very good. The 1-2 pitch, and it's in there for strike 3. Change-up perfectly found its way on the inside half of the zone, and Hernaiz just watched it. First strikeout for Tang today, first for either side in this game. And now here's John Rhodes. Right-handers hitting .203 with a .626 OPS in 17 games. 3 doubles, 2 triples, no homers, 9 runs batted in. Tang sends in the first, and Rhodes watches a called strike. Fastball hits the bottom edge of the zone. It's 0-1. Well, Tang already off to a much better start in this half inning. First 4 batters in the first inning, 3 of them at a first pitch ball. Back-to-back first pitch strikes here in the second inning. The 0-1 pitch to Rhodes, and it's outside. Change up, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike. Rhodes went 1 for 4 yesterday in his first game back from a stint on the injured list that lasted just barely over the minimum. He was having a little bit of knee trouble, but he was able to work through it. And the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed. Change up down, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. This is where Bowie has run into some trouble this season, even with pitchers that may walk a lot of batters. If they do have good strikeout numbers like Tang does, Bowie will end up swinging and missing at some of those borderline pitches, especially the pitches low. The 1-2 pitch, and it's high. They've done a better job at laying off of some of those high fastballs, I will say at least. 2 balls and 2 strikes here. A scoreless game in the bottom of the second. No one on. First base side of the rubber, out of the stretch. Tang kicks and fires. And a changeup misses just inside. Pretty good pitch from Tang, but just didn't move far enough into the plate. Rhodes was backing off of it entirely, and it runs the count full. Second full count for Tang. He worked the first batter to a full count. Connor Norby grounded out. Payoff to Rhodes, well outside, and ball 4. That's one of the other key problems for Tang, is that his fastball does get some great movement, but it can be inconsistent at times, and it leads to those. So now here's Toby Welk. 240 average for Welk, a 7.04 OPS in 33 games played. 8 doubles, no triples, 4 homers, 19 runs batted in this season. Runner at first, 1 away in the bottom of the second inning. As the first pitch in, and Welk watches fastball miss up. 1-0 to start. That's the first pitch ball of the inning for Tang, who's already up to 29 pitches. Again, the last time the Baysox saw him was well over a month ago at this point. Following the All-Star break, Bowie had a pretty clear ticket to pick up a 6-0 win as the 1-0 pitch is called to strike. A bit generous on the outside edge, another fastball, and it's 1-1. Bowie got 4 runs in the first inning with only 2 outs, or with 2 outs in that contest, I should say. They had 2 RBI base hits, a bases-loaded walk, and a sac fly. Next pitch misses down and away and bounces by Genovez. John Rhodes will advance to second base on the wild pitch. That changeup was definitely outside. Welk had an easy time laying off, and it gives Bowie a free base in return. 2 balls and 1 strike. Now a runner in scoring position. Then Bowie got another 2-out pair of RBI when Shane Fontana had a single in that contest. 53 pitches in those first 2 innings for Tang. At this rate, he's going to be under that line, but Bowie would still like to maybe pile on a little bit more, at least get a run. The 2-1 pitch, and it's called a strike. Welk checked his swing, but it didn't matter. It still nicked the outside edge of the zone, 2-2. So Rhodes at second base, 1 away here in the bottom of the second. Still a scoreless game. As the next pitch in is bounced to third, but foul, just up the line. Doesn't stop Casey Schmidt from charging on it and trying to make the play. That's what you're supposed to do. Count stays even. Well, they've just gone final up in Erie. Altoona wraps up a blowout of the Erie Seawolves, 13-6. That, of course, gives Bowie a little bit of clarity onto what they need to do today. And of course, the message has been the same all week. Bowie just needs to win. The 2-2, outside again, change up, and the count runs full. Back-to-back full counts here in the second. Yeah, the message has been very simple. You need to take care of your own business and win these games. Unfortunately, the Baysox have only won one of these first 4 games. And now a payoff to Welk is high for ball 4. That changeup was close. Ooh, I'm not so sure about that one. Looked to be at the letters. Third walk given up by Tang today puts them at first and second for Zach Watson, who has avoided ground balls mostly this season. He's hit into only 3 double plays. Hits it into the air more often, and now perhaps Bowie can really do something. A base hit here could give them a lead. Tang has walked at least 3 batters now in each of his last 4 games, including a career-high 6 walks just at the end of August against Harrisburg. First pitch into Watson is a fastball that misses under the knees, 1-0 to start. 185 average for Zach Watson this season, a 550 OPS in 87 games, 10 doubles, 2 triples, 8 home runs, 29 runs batted in this year. First and second still only 1 away here in the bottom of the second inning. The 1-0. And Watson swings and misses on a changeup outside. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. If it weren't for that runner at second, I feel like Richmond would have a bigger shift on right now for Watson, but the shortstop is still playing at a regular position. Third base is playing very close to the line, but the right side is well open, the 1-1, and it's outside. Changeup runs it to 2-1. But the problem is that Kaiwei Tang is constantly pitching outside to these right-handers. Now, Watson is, of course, the heaviest pulled batter on the team for Bowie, but you'd want to pitch into it a little bit and try and draw the pull. The 2-1 pitch is pulled. A bouncer to third, but foul. Picked up by Kyle Moore after a couple of slow hops in the coach's box. It's 2-2. Well, Tim DeJohn is over there just having a conversation with first base umpire Gabe Alfonso. That's one of the fun things about DJ. Already a great defensive coach, but he'll always be the first guy to have a good conversation with you and be interested in what you're talking about. Another 2-2. Watson swings and misses. Breaking ball down and away. Second strikeout for Tang, and that really changes the outlook of this inning now. First and second, now 2 outs. And now here's Michael Montagne. His first start with the Baysox this season. He came in as a defensive replacement after Maverick Hanley got hit by a pitch. Just a little bit over a month ago, back when Bowie was in Harrisburg, he went 0 for 4 in that game with an RBI. First pitch in, and Montagne watches down and away. It's 1-0 to start. 3 consecutive batters have started ahead 1-0 here on Tang. He's already up to 41 pitches, but Richmond does not seem concerned. No stirring in their bullpen just yet. Overall in the season, Montagne has a 196 average and a 474 OPS in 45 games. The next pitch is bounced to second, should end the inning. It's eaten up by Fitzgerald and underhanded to Wilson. The Baysox get a runner into scoring position with only 1 out, and they fail to do anything with it. We go to the third, still scoreless. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
Scoreless game through 2. Richmond has the only 2 hits of this contest, a pair of weak singles, while the Baysox have drawn 3 walks. Neither team really able to get much going so far. As Brendan Hanafy gets back to work on the mound, we hand it off to Adam.
Well, thank you so much, Matt. So here we go. No score again here to the third. And for Richmond, it will be the 9-hole hitter, the right-handed batting catcher, Ricardo Genoves, who stands in. Bowie plays to pull her nice deep in the hole, the Baysox shortstop. As Hanafy throws, and a breaking ball gets a wave and a miss. It was at the top of the strike zone, and Genoves cut right through it. Hanafy, hard to believe, but this is already his 10th Bowie start. As there's a ball hit in the air, left center. Long run, Watson over, diving. Oh, he made the catch. A beautiful diving catch in left center. His hair or his hat falling away. Fantastic play by Watson. And one retired. That's a big, big play. Right out of the gate here in this third inning. And here is Shane Matheny, center fielder, to stand in for the left side. We have, though, seen a lot of fly balls tonight, which is unusual against Hanafy, as there's a line drive base hit into center. Matheny jumping on the first pitch, and he's on with a one-out single, and now the speedy Tyler Fitzgerald, who beat out a slow roller in the first inning. He'll stand in. The game of baseball in pitching has really moved towards using the four-seam fastball, elevating it, and therefore being able to elevate your strikeout totals. It's the way that the majority of pitchers are. You don't really see many sinker balling pitchers anymore, as a sinker ball strike on the outside, and the count is 0-1. That might have even been just an off-speed pitch. But Hanafy is a guy that gets a lot of movement even on that fastball. And when he's throwing the two-seamer, he has great success as he gets a swing and a miss on a fastball off the inside corner at 91 miles an hour. And the count 0-2 to the speedy Fitzgerald. Hanafy in 2017 with Delmarva, 58% of the balls hit were hit on the grounds. The way they dictate it on Fangraphs is you've got a ground ball, a line drive, or a fly ball. 58% of balls hit 5 years ago were grounders from Hanafy. That number has come down, though, over time. He delivers. And a lifted foul back to the top of the screen. He threw him a fastball on the outer half of the plate. And Fitzgerald fought it off. The count remains 0-2. So Hanafy, when he's going at his best, the ground ball is really what you see. It's not that he's striking everybody out, but it's more about getting very weak contact and getting guys to hit the top of the baseball. 0-2, and it's in the dirt. Nice block by Montagne. And staying at first is Matheny. The one-on-one down, no score, top of the third. The ground ball percentage number this year, it is still more than the line drive number, more than the fly ball number, but it is at 44%. So it definitely has come down quite a bit. 1-2 pitch and a foul on a line back to the backstop. He threw him a breaking ball, and Fitzgerald was a little bit out in front of it. You could see when his driving leg, the left foot for a right-handed hitter, hit the ground. It was way early, and he was able to slow the bat head down and fight it off. Short lead at first from Matheny. They play to pull the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him at 88 miles an hour, cutting down right near the knees, and 2 down, and that's the first strike out of the night for Hannafy. Our runner at first, 2 down, and now Diego Rincones is going to step to the plate. Burly right-handed hitter. And from the stretch, the pitch, and it's in there on the outer half, strike 1. Rincones on the year, a .667 OPS. So a little bit below average in that category. He's got 8 homers, 38 driven in. A veteran flying squirrel. Night in and night out in the middle of the order as he takes off the outside. And the count evens here at a ball and a strike. It's been a long time since the Bowie Baysox were all alone in first place. It's not like it's been months, but it's been a few weeks, I believe. And they got a chance to do it tonight as a sweeping breaking ball strike. It started above the belt on the inside part of the plate, or maybe even off of it, and it cut right over the plate. And the count 1-2 to Rincones. He was frozen by that one. Beautiful slider as Hannafy throws. Swing and a miss on a pitch well off the outside. He got Rincones to chase a fastball, and the inning is over. So a 1-out single, nothing more. Hannafy on a big night for Bowie has now thrown 3 scoreless innings. And we head to the bottom of the third in a scoreless ball game. The Baysox in Richmond on the Baysox Baseball Network.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Most people don't know what a steam fitter is. More importantly, what we do and how much it impacts you. Just take a moment to think about what your world would look like if you didn't have the ability to generate electricity, to have heating or air conditioning, microchip production, internet service, web-based storage, cellular service, and frozen or refrigerated produce. Could you imagine? And these are just some of the things that we impact. Please visit steamfitters-602.org and let's talk about how we can bring value to you.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service, and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
No score, bottom of the third inning. Back to work, the right-handed pitching, K-Wei Tang. One of the most unique pitchers in all of minor league baseball as he delivers. And Norby takes off the outside, top of the order. Here for the Baysox, Norby, Prieto, and Haskin. As that was an off-speed pitch, ball 1. K-Wei Tang making his 27th start with Richmond this year. As a breaking ball strike, count 1-1. What a number. I mean, 28 is the franchise record. So Tang is scheduled to make one more start this year and tie the 12-year franchise record mark as a fastball misses away and the count 2 balls and a strike. He has thrown the most pitches in the Eastern League this year. He leads the league in strikeouts. He leads all of minor league baseball in walks. 2-1 coming. Swinging a ground ball near the bag at third, but wide of it, foul. What a play was made by Schmidt, the Richmond third baseman, who is just an outstanding defensive ball player. You're facing the Orioles of Philly and might as well make a Brooks Robinson-like play on a foul ball. He did so there. Count is 2-1 to Norby. Tang has not allowed a hit in 2 innings, but Bowie's left 3 men on. He's walked 3 batters. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ball line near the line and right. It's getting down, but foul. maybe fouled by 3 or 4 feet there. And with it, the count now evens here. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Norby. Tang has struggled of late, though. He's actually been the losing pitcher in 5 consecutive starts. Now, he's had a bizarre year, 5-12 again with a 5.49 ERA, but he could be all over the Flying Squirrels record books when the season's all said and done. Pitch, and it's in the dirt, and he bounced one well in front of the plate. That's the second time that he's bounced one almost 5 feet in front of home. Count 3-2. He, coming into tonight, was 12 strikeouts shy of the franchise record for Richmond in strikeouts in a season. He's got 2 tonight already, so he's 10 away from tying. 3-2, and it's upstairs, ball 4. He threw him a slider, but it was starting in and broke over the play, but that didn't matter because it was up high. And he's faced 10 batters, and he's walked 4 of them. And here is Cesar Prieto. So, the game of baseball is yearning for more fair balls. And K-Wei Teng is not the instrument to provide that, as he once again has got a chance to be Richmond's single-season strikeout leader and also be the guy that walks more batters than anybody in all of minor league baseball. And in affiliated baseball, we're talking about 120 teams, right? I mean, that's a lot of ball players. Every major league affiliate, there's 3,000 to 4,000 ball players at least in minor league baseball, and Tang has walked more than any of them. Of course, they're not all pitchers, but you get my drift. As pitching coach Paul Oseguera comes out to talk here to the talented but also erratic right-hander. Eric Surkamp is the name of the Flying Squirrels all-time strikeout champion. It was 11 years ago, 2011, he struck out 165 on the year. Here's Prieto, 1 on, nobody out, no score, the pitch. And he lays down a bunt up the third base line. Will it stay fair? And it is. It's a fair ball. And the Baysox get their first base hit. And I'll tell you, I don't think the third baseman, Schmidt, who was charging, was going to pick up that baseball. It was not on the infield grass. The line of the third base line does not come right up to the grass like it does in some other ballparks. There is quite a bit of space in fairground that is dirt. And that ball was just rolling up the dirt, and it hit the edging of the grass, which sometimes can then push the ball back the other way, foul. And that's what Schmidt wanted. The ball still had some movement to it. But K-Wei Tang just picked it up with a bare hand. And they had absolutely no play. They had nothing to lose by just letting it roll. And here's Haskin, 2 on, nobody out, the pitch. And a breaking ball strike to get ahead. Oh, that cut down right over the heart of the plate. And the count 0-1 here to Haskin. He's had a tough series. 1 for 13, although that one was a big one as he broke a tie 2 nights ago with a huge 7th-inning homer. The 0-1. And a fastball strike of the knees at 95 miles an hour. And they count 0-2. Haskin worked a 5-pitch walk. His first time up here tonight. The lead runner at second, Norby. The trailing runner at first is Prieto. And from the stretch, here's the pitch. And it's in the dirt and beyond the catcher head office. And the runners are up to second and third. It's another ball that bounces well in front of the plate. Now, sometimes patience is a virtue, right? And against Tang, obviously, patience can really pay off. Count is at a ball and 2 strikes. And now the infield is in all the way around the diamond here for the Squirrels. Bowie looking for the lead, knowing that a win tonight would put him atop the division. Here's the pitch. And a fastball, strike three looking. Upper part of the zone on the outside corner, a 94-mile-an-hour heater. Tang throws him. And there's one retired. That is a big strikeout. The third of the night for the Taiwanese right-hander. And he's got the stuff, but can he ever find the command? You know, a lack of command can lead to a lack of trust, right? You just never know what you're going to get. As here is Andrew Dashbach, flied out to deep right, his first time up, and the pitch. Swing and a miss on a high heater, strike one. Dashbach, 4 hits in the series, and he's done damage with them. He's got one double, but he's got 2 homers. Huge 2-run home run in a Thursday night win late. The 0-1 coming. And it's off the outside. A fastball, and the count 1-1. Last year, at the end of the year, Dashbach was right here in the middle of the Bowie order. You know he was there in his outstanding collegiate career at Stanford. But when he struggled early on this season, he was batting 7th or 8th quite often. Good to see him back in that cleanup spot. The pitch, fastball on the outside corner. Actually, right there at the bottom of the zone of the knees, had the plate. And the count 1-2. So when you're in this spot in the order, your job is to drive in runs. He's got 14 homers, 43 driven in. The infield is in. Runners at second and third, 1 down. 1-2 pitch. Oh, he hit him with it. He hit him with it. Well, Tang leads the league in just about everything, right? We were talking about it. In walks, in strikeouts. I think he is the league's leader in hit batters as well. And there's another one to add to the ledger that, you know, you don't love it if your Dashbach don't wear it there, but on a 2-strike count, that was a big mistake there by Tang. That is the 17th batter he's hit by a pitch this year. So now the youngster in Daryl Herneyes will come to the plate. The bases are loaded. 1 down, the infield back to try to turn 2 as Tang delivers. And it's off the outside. Ball 1. Bowie has 1 hit in the inning. Their only hit in the game. They had already left 3 men on base. They've had 6 men on tonight. 4 via the walk. 1 by a hit by pitch. And 1 with a bunt. Wild. Here's the 1-0. And there's a strike. Good fastball on the inside corner. And they count 1-1 here to Herneyes. Herneyes still very young in his Double-A career. Tonight is only his 10th game. Has 7 RBIs. As now the 1-1 pitch. And a breaking ball off the outside. That's a pitch Herneyes has chased quite a bit in this series. The sweeping slider that starts out over the plate. It bends well off of it. Trying to coax you to chase. And he didn't take the bait. Count 2-1. Bowie looking for the lead here. Here's the pitch. Fastball. Ooh, just a bit low. Very close. At 93 miles an hour. And the count is 3-1. And you might not have to take the bat off your shoulder to bring home a run here. Off third, Norby. Off second, Prieto. Dashbach off first. And here's the pitch. Way upstairs, ball 4. The Bowie Baysox have the lead on a bases-loaded walk. Herneyes with a patient at bat. And the Baysox are on top 1-0. And now you remain with the bases loaded. And there's only 1 man down. And here's John Rhodes. You know, you're in a spot like this, is 1 out, bases loaded. The thinking usually is be very aggressive in the zone, right? You got to pitch over the plate, put it in play. Because even an out brings home a run. But with the way K1 Tang is throwing, I don't know. You want to be patient here. There's a swing and a ground ball to third. Schmidt's got it. The second one, the quick turn in time. It's an inning-ending double play. The Rhodes got that fastball on the inner half of the plate. and he turns on it but grounds it to third. And K-Way Tang gets a huge double play ball to end the inning. Bowie gets a run. We head to the fourth. 1-0 the Baysox lead on the Baysox Baseball Network.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to baysox.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
So we head to the top of the fourth inning. It's a 1-0 Baysox lead, and back to work is Hannafy. Here's the cleanup hitter, Will Wilson, and he takes a breaking ball, veering a bit low, ball one. Boy, Baysox left a little bit of meat on the bone in that third. The next one, and a fisted foul on a line right back into the screen. Good fastball in, and the count 1-1 here to Wilson, who's playing in his 45th Double-A game. He comes into tonight hitting .236 with 8 homers. Here's the pitch, and it's off speed and inside. And the count is now at 2-1. That was at 89. I wonder if that was the two-seamer pitch. And there's a hard ground ball to short. Second up, gloving Hernaiz with time. And he throws out Wilson. A very accurate throw. And there's one down. And now Casey Schmidt will come to the plate. Boy, Schmidt is a really fantastic defensive third baseman. He has filled in at shortstop at times in the system. He struggled last year, and he was at the low A level in San Jose. Well, boy, that struggle is not coming to this year as he lifts a deep fly down the line and right. Rhodes is over, but it's a foul ball. It did not have home run distance, but that ball would have been a no doubt about it, double into the corner. And in the end, just foul, and the count is 0-1. Schmidt, this year between two levels, is hitting .290 with 20 homers and 74 ribbies. I mean, those are dominant numbers offensively. He's got an .866 OPS, so he's doing a little bit of it all. As here's the pitch. And the pop back our way. Watch out. I have my baseball glove. Lands just to our left. I almost dove under the desk here. I do have a theory on catching foul balls, and that is to get out of the way. The 0-2 to Schmidt. Swing and a miss. He got him. It was off speed and down beneath the knees at 86 miles an hour. And Schmidt is the third strikeout for Hannafy in the last 4 batters faced. Now there's 2 down in the inning for the right-handed hitting catcher in Brandon Martorado. A product of Marlboro, New Jersey, which is really in the hotbed of the Eastern League. as a pitch off the outside, ball one, kind of right in the middle of the footprint of the league. It's only a 45-minute drive to Somerset, the Yankees affiliate. 1-0 pitch. Ground ball, chopped left side, deep in the hole. Back-ending her nice long throw, going up on a tiptoe Dashbach, and he brings it in. Oh, Dashbach is a big fella, and he needed all of that 6'3" frame to reel that one in. But it's another 1-2-3 inning for Hannaford. And we now head to the last of inning 4. 1-0 Bowie leads on the Baysox Baseball Network.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Hey fans, do you know your mud hens from your trash pandas? Then play Minor League Rundown, the official free-to-play game of minor league baseball, and compete for tickets and game day experiences. Rundown is made for masters of ballpark trivia. Playing is free and easy on any mobile device. Just head on over to www.ballyplay.com to sign up and play. Return for each open round to vie for more prizes, including the grand prize to attend championship weekend in Las Vegas this October. It's never been this fun to get caught in a rundown.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
It's a 1-0 Baysox lead as we now head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Welk, Watson, and Montagne here for the Baysox in this 4th inning against the right-hander, K-Wei Tang. What a bizarre night it has been at the plate for Bowie. Here's the pitch and a breaking ball strike, and the count 0-1. So check this out. Bowie's got one hit. It was a bunt. Yet they've got a run, and they've left 5 men on base. A 1-strike pitch, and a breaking ball fouled right off of the mask of the catcher, Hanovis. Count is now 0-2. That was the 66th pitch thrown by Tang, and it was the 33rd strike. So you don't have to be a math major to figure that one out. Half his pitches have been strikes. That is it tonight. As here's the pitch to Welk. And a fisted foul and a line back to the screen. They busted him with a fastball in. Welk recently played last Sunday in what was his 200th professional game. It really happens quickly, doesn't it? And that is also without having a 2020 season. Welk was a 2019 draftee. As now the 0-2 pitch to Welk. And it's off speed and away, ball one. This is a right-handed loaded lineup for Bowie tonight, even against the right-handed starter. I think the Baysox might only have one lefty, Prieto, in the order. The 1-2 pitch. And it's off the outside, a fastball. And the count evens here, 2-2. Welk, his first time up, guess what? He did what many Baysox have done tonight. He walked. The next one. And a foul and a line back towards the backstop. Welk fought off a breaking ball away that was off the outside part of the plate. This is tonight the second start of the series for Welk in what is the 5th game. So he's kind of playing almost every other game when you look at the numbers as of late. As here's the next one. And a lifted pop, straight back. This is coming back our way as well. It's the stands right in front of our locale. And fans are chasing after it. As the count remains 2-2. Now, there was activity in the Richmond bullpen prior in the last inning when Tang was in trouble, but that's not happening anymore. Pitch and another foul fly and a fastball at the knees, out of play. Good protective cut by Welk as he fought it off to the right side, and the count remains 2-2 strikes. Baysox had 2 men on and 1 down in the second, and they had the bases loaded with a run already in the third and 1 down, but could not score following. They've had chances, as here's the pitch, and it's a cold strike 3. Boy, Welk thought about it. It was right at the top of the zone, and he just didn't pull the trigger. It almost looked like a changeup there. I believe it was there from Tang. And he gets his 4th strikeout of the day. And now Zach Watson will come to the plate. Watson a few nights ago hit a few balls to right field. They really shift him here. The second baseman Fitzgerald right up the middle. Watson had a ground ball base hit through that open side as a breaking ball cut out and fouled into the mid of the catcher Henovis, strike 1. Watson, that's good to see, because if anything has occurred in what has been a tough year for him offensively, it has been that he has been too pull dominant. 0-1 and a breaking ball strike at the top of the zone. It's 0-2. He has pulled 60% of the balls he's hit fair this year. And when you are a ball player that uses and utilizes speed to your advantage, you really want to spray the ball to all fields. He's been a dead pull hitter. Pitch, swing and a miss. They beat him with a fastball, and boy, that was easy out of the hand at 96 miles an hour. Okay, wait, he's got an electric arm, and that's why you see so many strikeouts. But the unfortunate aspect, of course, is so many walks. As here is catcher Michael Montagne. What is that walk-up song? My goodness. As here's the pitch. How do you walk in, and it's a strike with a breaking ball, how do you walk into a recording studio as an artist on a Tuesday afternoon and record that? Oh, my. I like the beat. Here's the 0-1. And it's a breaking ball for a strike. It's almost like the guy just took his index finger, put it between his lips, and went. I think we got a hit, fellas. Let's send it out there. The 0-2 to Montagne. Swing and a miss. He beat him with another high fastball. And 3 strikeouts in succession, and the inning. A set Bowie down in order. On to the 5th pitcher's duel tonight. Our score, the Baysox 1, Richmond 0 on the Baysox Baseball Network.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
Hey, coffee lovers. Know where you'll find the world's freshest cup of coffee? Right here at Royal Farms. Because with our new brewing system, it takes less than a minute to go from selecting the kind of coffee you want to this. The freshest, most flavorful cup of coffee you can buy is at Royal Farms. So try one. It'll be love at first sip. Because it's the freshest coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
If you're working in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area as a pipe fitter, pipe welder, or HVAC service technician, and you're interested in a better life, a better means to provide for yourself and your family, a way to make sure that you're earning the highest wages and the best benefits in our industry. Visit our website at steamfitters-602.org That's steamfitters-602.org, and let's talk about what we can do to help change your life.
We welcome you back to Prince George's Stadium. How about this night for Brennan Hannafy? 4 innings in, 4 scoreless, but Matt, he's thrown 44 pitches. That is it. As we hand it back to Matt Sabanis. 1-0 Bowie lead.
Well, it was all the contact early, but Hannafy has struck out 3 of the last 5 batters he's faced, and that's what's really started to turn him back into this one. An 8-pitch 4th inning was, of course, very, very helpful. He faces 7, 8, and 9 in the lineup here, starting with Armani Smith. It'll be Smith, then Carter Aldrete, and Ricardo Genovez. First pitch in from Hannafy is swung on and missed. Nice changeup, finds the heart of the plate, and Smith was too far ahead of it. 0-1 to start. Smith popped out to the first baseman in foul territory his first time up, as the next offering misses down and away, and it runs into a ball and a strike. Very nice turnout here for the final home Saturday of the regular season. Final fireworks night of the regular season as well. Plenty of fans chit-chatting amongst themselves, talking with Louie down in the lower bowl. The 1-1 is swung on and missed down and away. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, Louie's been out and about. He's taking a photo right now after hugging a couple of fans. And, of course, they had the, what is it called, the Repticon night today? I don't recall what that exactly means. The 1-2 pitch misses inside, and it's 2-2. All I do know is that there's a few creepy crawlies here that I wouldn't get necessarily within 10 feet of. Even though some of the snakes that are here could probably reach me from 10 feet out.
I'm staying here, Matt.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. How he swung on and missed for strike 3. Fastball inside as Smith tried to hold up on it, but he practically flinched halfway through, and it forced his way all the way around. Yeah, there were a couple of the Baysox players that actually partook in some of the snake handling. As Smith strikes out, that's the 4th punch out for Brendan Hannafy so far. Noah Denoyer was checking out some of the snakes. I think he had one on his shoulders at one point. Chris Given was as well. First pitch to Carter Aldrete moves outside a slider, and it's 1-0 to start. First base coach Tim DeJohn handled the snake, and then one other player, I can't exactly recall which, as the 1-0 pitch is called a strike. On the bottom edge of the zone, it's 1-1. Aldrete grounded out to the shortstop back in the 2nd inning as Bowie leads 1-0 here in the top of the 5th. The only run of the game coming in on a bases-loaded walk. The 1-1 pitch is lifted out to deep left field. Haskin ranges, and he stops, makes the catch. High fly ball that really looked to carry further than it eventually did, and there's quickly 2 away. But I said it at the start of this game that distance was going to be key for Hannafy today, and he has more than answered that call this evening. Bowie just needs him to put together a very quiet 5th inning, then maybe a nice 6th inning, and he'll be able to just ride his way through into a potential win for the Baysox. First pitch in here to Ricardo Genovez misses low, and it's 0-1 to start. Or 1-0 to start, rather. As Genovez flew out to center field his first time up. It was a spectacular play by Zach Watson. Next pitch inside. A check swing, and he held off. Genovez nearly got hit by the pitch. It looked close to his knee. And the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. But the bases are empty, and there's 2 outs. It's 7 in a row retired for Hannafy. The 2-0 is fouled off of the batter. Genovez went chasing on an inside fastball and was too far ahead of it. Well, it got off of his handle. 2 balls and a strike now. But again, Bowie knows what they need to do. It just helps that in today's game, we basically had an understanding of the final score up in Erie before we got started. The 2-1 is golf foul, a bouncer on the 3rd base side, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Because Erie lost earlier today to Altoona. It was a blowout loss as well. So that just gives us a little bit more clarity on to where Bowie can wind up at the end of the day. They just need to win. The message has always been win, but they just would, of course, like to get an Altoona win mixed in. The 2-2 pitch misses outside, and the count runs full. And if he hasn't worked too many full counts in today's game, it's played very well for him, of course. So he's up to 57 pitches. The payoff to Genovez. Swung on and belted out to deep center. Watson sprinting back, curling at the warning track. Reaches up and makes the catch. Over the shoulder, just crossing onto the dirt, and it's another perfect inning for Brennan Hanafy. He's retired 8 in a row and has 5 scoreless on 58 pitches. We go to the bottom of the 5th, halfway home here at Prince George's Stadium. Bowie leads 1-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the D.C. area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Well, thank you as always for stopping by this evening as we move on to the bottom of the 5th inning here at Prince George's Stadium. Bowie leads 1-0. Matt Sabat is with you from the ballpark in Bowie as Kai-Wei Tang gets back to work. He finally put together his first perfect inning in the 4th, struck out the side on 15 pitches, but this first pitch that he fires to Connor Norby will be his 80th on the day as he starts his 3rd trip through the lineup. First pitch into Norby, and he swings and misses. Off speed, down and away. Probably would have gone for a called strike anyway. It's 0-1 to start. Norby grounded out to first base back in the 1st inning. He walked and scored the only run of the game back in the 3rd. As the 0-1 pitch is checked on down and away, Norby holds up, and it's a ball and a strike. This is the 5th time this season that Tang has walked 5 batters in an appearance. He set a career-high 6 walks 2 starts ago when he faced Harrisburg. The 1-1 pitch, and Norby holds back on a changeup that just misses under the knees. 2 balls and 1 strike. Brennan Hanafy may be done. 5 scoreless innings on just 58 pitches. He's retired the last 8 batters he's faced, but Bowie has right-hander Jensen Elliott warming in the bullpen. As the 2-1 pitch to Norby is swung on and missed outside. Another off-speed. He's yet to see a fastball in this plate appearance. It's 2-2. But among all pitchers, you do want to be most careful with Hanafy in his first season back from the Tommy John surgery and only getting really back to action in July. As the 2-2 pitch is down and away, and the count runs full here on Norby. So it's good to see Hanafy put together a scoreless outing, but it can be tough to see it come to a close so soon when Bowie only has a 1-0 lead. You'd like to see some more run support behind that. Now the payoff pitch to Norby is swung on and floated into center field, a base hit. Just gets over the second baseman's head, and it's booted by Matheny, but he recovers it after one quick hop off of his wrist. Norby will hold at first base with still the single. He extends his hit streak to 4 consecutive games, now 6 of his last 7. And the Baysox have the first batter of the inning on base for the 2nd time today. Norby was the other batter to do it back in the 3rd inning. Just the 2nd hit of the game for the Baysox, mind you. Cesar Prieto had a bunt single in the 3rd for their first hit. And now he steps up here. Third base plays in response. And there's no square. Prieto watches a called strike. Probably could have been a good pitch to try for, as it hits just the bottom half of the plate, but right down the middle. And it's 0-1 to start. But Jensen Elliott is loosening in the bullpen for Bowie. as a ball got loose into right field slightly, but they're not calling for time on it. It's just out there in the corner. The 0-1 pitch, and Prieto sprays it the other way. Now they'll go get that ball. It's 0-2. Fortunately, Prieto didn't pull anything out to right field. That would have been risky. So now Richmond has their right-hander warming again. Tanner Andrews was getting loose in that third inning, and now he's getting back up and moving here, as Tang is already up to 87 pitches. He steps off the back of the rubber and looks back Norby briefly, but I think he was just resetting the pitch clock there. Runner at first, no one out. The 0-2 pitch, and Prieto watches a called strike 3 on a changeup perfectly at the letters. Prieto's not happy about it, and I don't think he has much of an argument. There have been some missed calls in this game, but that was not one of them. Already the 7th strikeout for Kai-Wei Tang. He has picked up plenty over the Baysox this season, and it's put him into first place in the Eastern League this season with 160 strikeouts. He just broke a tie with Erie's Reese Olson, who had 159. But now here's Hudson Haskin. First pitch, and Haskin swings and fouls it off of home plate. Off of his foot, more specifically, and it's 0-1 to start. Well, I was more surprised that the Baysox did not attempt a stolen base with that left-hander in the box. Bowie hasn't attempted too much in terms of stolen bases this season and against Ricardo Hedevez specifically, but they attempted 4 steals yesterday against Brandon Martorado. They were successful 3 times, and Connor Norby was on for 1 of them before he got picked off later. So you'd like to see maybe more of it, especially in a 1-0 game, but I suppose not. The 0-1 pitch, and Haskin watches breaking ball just miss inside. Run it to a ball and a strike. 0-for-1 day for Haskin. He walked on a 3-1 count in the first inning, struck out looking back in the third. That was the first out of the inning while Bowie loaded the bases on a couple of walks, a hit by pitch, a bunt single. It was a very quiet frame for Bowie to get the run. The 1-1, and Haskin pops it up. Behind home plate, Hedevez tosses the mask and barely steps out from behind the dirt to make the catch. He only had to move about 5 feet. So Haskin shoots it straight up into the air, and after the leadoff single, there's suddenly 2 away. Tanner Andrews continues to toss for Richmond. Dashbach will step in. Kai-Wei Tang is up to 90 pitches. So he could potentially finish out this setting, but this could most likely be the last batter he faces. Most pitches he's thrown this season is 105. First pitch here, and Dashbach watches up and in. He'll curl back a little bit after getting hit by a pitch the last time up. It's 1-0 to start. Dashbach 0-for-1. Flew out to right field in the first. Yeah, Tang threw 105 just about 2 weeks ago in his start against Akron. Saw him go 7 innings, and it was a losing effort. He allowed 5 runs. Richmond lost 5-2. The 1-0 pitch, and it's just high. Slider runs it to 2 balls and no strikes. Tang has actually hit the century mark twice this season. Previously, it happened back in June when he tossed 6 1/3 in a winning effort with a career-high 11 strikeouts against Portland. But Andrews still warms in the bullpen. The 2-0. Dashbach swings at it. He tried to check, but couldn't pull back in time as the changeup went well low. Home plate umpire rings him up for a 2-1 count. Missed out on that hitter's count opportunity. But Bowie would very much like some insurance, as Brennan Hanafy is going to be done after 5 innings of scoreless ball. Bowie's bullpen has been having their troubles this week. Want to give them as much padding as possible. The 2-1 pitch, and Dashbach watches a called strike. Changeup hits the outside edge of the zone, and it's 2-2. Bowie and their runners left on base this season. That's been the biggest issue for them. If Norby is left on, that would be the 6th runner stranded already tonight. The 2-2 pitch, and it's high. Changeup runs it full, so now Norby will get a head start over at first base after opening up the inning with that single. A 1-0 Baysox lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Only run came across on a bases-loaded walk in the third. Tang has been erratic, but he's held the bats quiet. And now the payoff to Dashbach is outside for ball 4. Fastball at 95, trimmed the edge, maybe would have gotten a hair. And Tang, a little surprised by it. That's his 6th walk of the day, second to Dashbach. It ties a career high. Second time in his last 3 starts that Tang has walked 6 batters, and that's going to constitute the end of his day. A very peculiar stat line for Kai-Wei Tang, you have to admit that, as he finishes with 4 2/3, only 2 hits allowed, 7 strikeouts, and 6 walks. He could finish with only 1 run allowed as well. New pitcher coming in. We'll tell you about him in a second. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Hey Baysox fans, On the Green Inc. is a proud sponsor of the Baysox and is celebrating 25 years of providing custom lawn care and pest control programs with guaranteed results for residential and commercial lawns. Mention this ad and receive a discount on your first lawn care or pest control service. Enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Inc. Visit our website at onthegreeninc.com or call 410-695-0444. Let's go Baysox and On the Green Inc., your lawn care team.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
Tanner Andrews takes over on the mound for Richmond as the Squirrels make their first pitching change this evening. The bottom of the 5th inning has seen Bowie all over the base paths, but it's still just a 1-0 game. Baysox have runners at first and second with 2 outs as Kai-Wei Tang departs. He tossed 4 2/3 innings, allowed only 2 hits. At the moment, 1 run, it was earned. He struck out 7 batters, which is kind of in line for him. He leads the league in strikeouts at 160 now. But he also walked 6 batters, which ties a career high. The 2 runners on base belong to him, and Andrews will face off against Daryl Hernaiz. Tanner Andrews, a 6'3", 220-pound, 26-year-old right-hander from Rochester, Indiana, traded over from the Atlanta Braves last season to San Francisco. On the season for Richmond, he's only made 1 appearance. His Double-A debut came a couple of days ago in this series when he tossed a scoreless inning with no base runners. Didn't strike anyone out, didn't walk any. It was a clean frame. First pitch to Daryl Hernaiz is checked on and called a strike. Changeup hits the lower outside corner. It's 0-1. An 0-for-1 day for Hernaiz. He drew the bases-loaded walk on a 3-1 count back in the 3rd inning, and so far that has been the game's only run. Andrews came in the 6th inning on Wednesday, got 2 groundouts to short and a flyout to right field. The 0-1 pitch, and Hernaiz watches up and away a changeup, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. But first and second, 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. Connor Norby led off with a single, just floated out to center field. It was only the 2nd hit of the day for the Baysox. A strikeout and a pop-out, and then Andrew Dashbach drew a full count walk with 2 outs. The 1-1 pitch, and Hernaiz smokes it foul to right field out of play. And it's a ball and 2 strikes here. But you've got to talk about capitalizing on the opportunities for the Baysox, and they've simply not been able to do that too much in this series. The Baysox are only 3 for 31 with runners in scoring position this week. And that batting average has dipped even lower when you include today's game. The Baysox don't have a hit with runners in scoring position. The 1-2 misses down and bounces away. It gets past Genovez and skies its way to the warning track. Both runners will advance on a wild pitch. As the count goes even at 2 on Hernaiz, there's now 2 in scoring position. And a base hit could drive in 2 runs instead of just 1. No more force out at second base or third base either. So now it's on Andrews to avoid bringing in those inherited runners. He comes set. The 2-2 to Hernaiz is swung on and missed for strike 3. Oh, wait, no. The home plate umpire waves it off while the catcher Genovez is saying that he held on to the ball. It was a foul tip, just a piece that hit off of the dirt. Hernaiz stays alive. That one was very close. Looked like he might not have made contact at all. The Baysox today are 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position, so this series, they are 3 for 35. That's a batting average of 0.86. The 2-2. Hernaiz fouls it off the umpire's mask, and it rolls over to the right side. It clipped off of the catcher as well, but the umpire took the brunt of the force, and now Kyle Moore is coming down to see if he's okay. The other two umpires will converge as well, and here comes Bowie's athletic trainer, Lindsey Birchfield. Well, you always feel for the umpires in these sort of scenarios, too, because we're not back in the old days where the umpire had that giant padded screen that they held in front of them, and they were making the calls behind that. Today's umpire, of course, does have to be a lot more mobile. The game does move fairly quickly, but you do want to make sure that Louis Krupa is okay, because a fastball like that comes in at 96 up and in, with very little contact from the actual bat that doesn't deaden the ball much at all, that can obviously be a little bit quick and jarring. That's why Maverick Handley had to sit on the injured list for about a week ago. He got hit by a foul tip that had just redirected itself away from his glove and directly into the square of his mask. And are the umpires going to switch? They are. So we're going to get a new home plate umpire. The third base umpire, Tyler Whitty, has taken the mask. Well, we might not be getting a new home plate umpire, but we might be getting a new mask. The third base umpire, Tyler Whitty, has taken the mask and is sprinting back to the umpiring room. That's adjacent to the locker room in left field. Oh, and this day is just getting weirder. The skies have opened up, and it's starting to downpour a little. We've got, I wouldn't say downpour, but we do have a fairly moderate sprinkle suddenly falling on the ballpark and bringing out some ponchos, some umbrellas, and a few fans are scurrying up to the awnings underneath the suite level on the concourse. That was a massive series of events in a span of about 45 seconds, I think it's safe to say. A quick foul ball off of the bat of Darryl Hernaiz had ricocheted and hit off of the umpire's mask. It seems to be that it dented it enough, or at least did something to the actual metal caging of the mask, to where they're going to use a different mask just for the sake of safety for the home plate umpire. Tyler Whitty has made his way back from the umpiring room with the new mask. This one features a neck protector, one of those little flaps to keep the neck clean. But all while we've been waiting for this, the skies just opened up for a little bit of a pop-up shower. Something that we were thinking about, maybe slightly here at some point in this game, but we weren't really expecting it to come down this hard. But this is a lengthy delay that really is on no one, but it definitely hurts Tanner Andrews. The right-hander is starting a couple of warm-up tosses for Richmond as he's just being hung out to dry. I guess that's counterintuitive considering that it's raining out, but he's definitely caught up a little in the fact that we've got all this rain and he's just forced to sit out and wait. But as Bowie leads 1-0 here in the bottom of the fifth, we're still waiting on the umpires, as the first base umpire is apparently the only one with dry enough hands to adjust the straps on the mask. He's now trying to figure out if this mask is adjustable enough, and I think he's gotten a good handle on it. Gabe Alfonso was able to get it to Louis Krupa's specifications, I suppose. But now Krupa is ready to go. He's got the new mask. He's got it back on, and he's ready to get behind home plate. He's just checking to see if Tanner Andrews has thrown enough warm-up tosses through that mild little break. But we do have this heavy little sprinkle still coming down. Let's see if that affects anything. As Hernaiz digs back in, we reset with runners at second and third and 2 outs. A 2-2 count here in the bottom of the fifth. The next pitch home from Andrews is swung on and missed for strike 3. So all of that buildup, and Hernaiz strikes out swinging. The Baysox are 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position this game as they strand 2 more in scoring position. 6th inning coming up. Bowie leads 1-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Hey fans, do you know your mud hens from your trash pandas? Then play Minor League Rundown, the official free-to-play game of minor league baseball, and compete for tickets and game day experiences. Rundown is made for masters of ballpark trivia. Playing is free and easy on any mobile device. Just head on over to www.valleyplay.com to sign up and play. Return for each open round to vie for more prizes, including the grand prize to attend championship weekend in Las Vegas this October. It's never been this fun to get caught in a rundown.
We're still getting a light sprinkle as we move into the sixth inning here at Prince George's Stadium. Hopefully it won't play too much of an effect into a new pitcher on the mound, but what a day it was for Brennan Hanafy. He's in line for the win after 5 scoreless innings, 2 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts on just 58 pitches. To tell you about the new hurler on the mound, we hand it off to Adam.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see Hanafy depart after 58 pitches, but remember that he's coming off of an arm injury. And more than likely, that 5-inning plateau is all they wanted him to hit. As here's Shane Matheny, top of the order. The new pitcher is Elliott. And the right-hander comes home with it. And it's off speed and in there on the outside corner. Strike one. 1-0 Bowie here in the sixth inning. Elliott making his 30th outing with the Baysox this year. And he goes off speed and misses down. Now, Elliott began the year in Advanced A, Aberdeen. He would actually join the Baysox on May the 4th. He only made 4 appearances in Aberdeen before his promotion. This, though, is his 30th outing with the Baysox. He throws. And a changeup stays up high. And the count is now 2 balls and a strike. Elliott is 6-3. With a 4.47 ERA. As the high set and he delivers. And this delivery is down and inside, ball 3. Elliott this season has allowed 65 hits in 46 1/3 innings. So that's a big number as there's a swing and a base hit up the middle. Opponents have hit .332 against this right-hander, so he has had a fair amount of traffic against him as Matheny gets his second hit of the night. But he's pitched pretty well when there are ducks on the pond, if you will, as here is Tyler Fitzgerald. And earlier this series, Elliott, he worked 4 nights ago in the series opener, and he was outstanding. 2 innings, 1 hit, no runs, and he struck out 4. As here's the pitch, and a breaking ball misses away. And the count 1 ball and no strikes. So as Matt spoke to, there still is a rain that is falling, a light rain. A few umbrellas have popped up here in Bowie. Nothing that we cannot play through, though, as a swing and a miss at a pitch at the knees on the outside corner, a fastball. And the count 1-1. Took a look at the radar. It's not supposed to rain long, so hopefully in 5 to 10 minutes, this will be beyond us. The 1-ball, 1-strike pitch. And a ground ball, chop left side. Prieto gloving, goes the second one. And the first not in time. But Prieto, who was playing in, he was even with the bag at third. And that's a slow chopper. He gloved it and really made a quick decision to get the force at second. And it was the right move. And now Fitzgerald, the speedster, is aboard, but he's at first, 1 down. And here's left fielder Diego Rincones. And Fitzgerald is the leader for Richmond in steals. He's got 20 on the year. As Elliott sets, and a look to first, and getting back safely is Fitzgerald. And they roll a balk. They have rolled a balk, and they have given Fitzgerald second base. Now, in such a low-scoring game, boy, that really hurts you. And Elliott is still asking why he was called for that balk, but Gabe Alfonso, the first base umpire, was emphatic in giving it, and he did tell Elliott why Elliott was given that violation. Yes, here's the pitch, and a sinking delivery for a strike. Here to Rincones, and the count 0-1. Rincones is 0 for 2 today. Veteran right-handed hitter. Bowie trying to keep their nose out in front in this low-scoring affair. The pitch, breaking ball lined over third. It's a fair ball down and into the corner. Turning third and scoring the tying run, Fitzgerald. The throw is into second, where Rincones is in standing. It's an RBI double, and the ball game is tied at 1. Richmond immediately upon Hanafy exiting, able to tie this thing up. And now Will Wilson, the cleanup hitter, will bat. Runner at second, 1 down with a run in. Righty-righty matchup. As from the stretch, here's the pitch, and it's down and away, ball 1. Bowie's bullpen struggled so mightily in the first half of the year, but they really rebounded in this second half, but it has been a tough week. No doubt about that. Here's the pitch, and it's inside, an off-speed delivery. And the count is 2-0 to Wilson. You think back to it, the Baysox in Richmond, Bowie had a 2-run lead in the 9th inning on Wednesday night and lost the game. Yes, here's the pitch. Swinging a chopper right back to the mound, bobbling it for a moment, Elliott. He looks back the runner to second in Rincones, and he throws to first to get the out. He was right on top of the hill, and he almost had Rincones, who doesn't run well, hung out to dry, but he made the smart play to just hold the ball and get the out at first. Yeah, there's 2 down, and here's third baseman Casey Schmidt. Last night, the Baysox dramatically hit back-to-back homers in a game they trailed 2-0 in the 8th to tie the game. Chris Given and Maverick Hanley did so. The pitch, and it's down and away, ball 1. But Richmond came right back, 2 walks, and then a 3-run home run off the bat of Carter Aldretti. And that won the game for Richmond. So they have came back from a deficit and won a game that was tied in the 9th inning in this series. As there's a strike on the outside corner. And they count 1-1, a good fastball. Those are the types of games that if you end up coming up short to the postseason, you think back. You were right there, but could not make it happen. And Richmond has come back from 1 down tonight as a breaking ball and unable to check his swing. Schmidt may have been a strike anyways had he not swung. But the count is 1-2. Rincones doubling home the tying run. He's at second. We're 1-1 here in the 6th inning. And a game that is now in the hands of the bullpens here tonight. From the stretch, the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a lifted fly, well hit right field. It's Rhodes going back with a play. He makes the catch near the edge of the warning track. Schmidt retired, and with it, the inning is over. So we head to the bottom of the 6th. Richmond does plate the tying run. We're tied at 1. The Baysox and the Squirrels on the Baysox Baseball Network.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the D.C. area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
What a big ball game tonight. Erie has already lost. As Altoona, a victor this evening, late afternoon tilt in Erie. Meaning if the Baysox win, they'll be in first. Only 7 more games after tonight. Here's John Rhodes, and he takes a breaking ball up high. Ball 1. It's a 1-1 ball game. Bowie and Richmond here in the bottom of the 6th inning. As Andrews, the right-handed reliever, into the wind. He throws. And a fastball line towards left center. On the run to his right. And leaping up, diving to make a catch. Shane Matheny brings it in. Wow. That ball really carried off the bat of Rhodes. And Matheny had cut almost straight across to his right. And in the end, the diving play that he made was up in the air instead of to the side, meaning that that ball was about to go over his head. He should have had a more angular approach to trying to get that baseball, but in the end, he reels it in. As here's Toby Welk, the pitch. Swing at a lifted pop, foul. Out of play to the right side, and the count is 0-1. Still a light rain descending on Prince George's Stadium here. On deck, Zach Watson. Can Bowie get anything from the bottom of the order tonight? Here's the pitch. Fastball, and Welk a bit late to it. Fouls it out of play to the right side. That was at 95 miles an hour. Boy, Bowie and Erie all of a sudden limping down the stretch this week. Both teams, Erie's now lost 4 out of 5 at home against Altoona. Pitch. And a high fastball, cold strike at the belt. Strike 3. Now Andrews has come on, faced 3 and struck out 2. There's 2 down in the inning. And here is Zach Watson. Now all of a sudden, we thought this was going to be a Bowie and Erie race down the stretch. And it's really turning into a 4-team race when you put it all together. Akron is 3 out. Altoona was 3.5 out into today. As a swing and a ground ball foul. Pulled left side. If the Baysox do not win tonight, Altoona is going to be 2.5 games out of first place. Akron is trailing, but it is close. Harrisburg 1-0 in front, bottom of the 5th. As an off-speed pitch cut on and missed. And Watson quickly in a 0-2 hole. We're tied at 1, bottom of the 6th, nobody on, 2 down. Andrews in his first full inning of work, the wind and the pitch. Swinging on line drive, base hit the other way into right center. Long run over Schmidt to cut it off. Watson racing for second. A throw, a slide, and he is safe. What great hustle. It was like Pete Rose in the late 70s. The helmet went flying off between first and second, and Watson legging out a double. And again, we spoke to it earlier. He has been a too much so pull dominant hitter this year. And his ability this week to take the ball the other way has been huge. That is his 6th hit in 16 trips in the series. And now, Michael Montagne, the newcomer, will come to the plate in a big spot. A ball player that has split time between Delmarva and Aberdeen this year. He's been in the system since 2019, and he takes upstairs. And the count 1-0. That was at 85 miles an hour. That was a breaking ball that did not break. Montagne is a Cuban ball player, just like Bowie third baseman tonight, Cesar Prieto. The 1-0 pitch. Inside near the hands with a fastball. Count 2-0 at 95 from Andrew. Watson will be running with contact here. He's off the bag at second. The pitch. And there's a strike, a sinking offering on the outside. It's 2-1. Now, once again, I mean, if Bowie loses tonight and Akron comes back and wins, you'll have 4 teams within 2.5 games of each other with 7 to play. And the Baysox finished the year in Akron. As a swing and a miss, he went off speed again. That looked like a changeup at 84 miles an hour. And the count 2-2. A 2-out double has set the table for the Baysox in this 1-1 game in the 6th inning. On deck is Norby. So you know Andrews does not want to allow a free pass here. Norby having another strong night. He scored the only Bowie run. He's been on twice. Andrews is ready. And the right-hander throws. Swing and a miss. He got him to chase. A breaking ball into the dirt. They're going to have to throw it on to first, and they do so. And with it, the inning is over. So the Baysox get a 2-out double, but nothing more. And we head to the 7th inning. Big ball game tonight at Prince George's Stadium. And we're tied 1 apiece. The Baysox in Richmond on the Baysox Baseball Network.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service, and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
Boy, what a week it has been. I mean, it has not gone in Bowie's favor in the late innings. But this is now, I mean, we're at 1-1, by the way, in the 7th. And it's another nip and tuck affair late. A lot on the line. As here's Brandon Martorado to stand in. Designated hitter tonight. And he takes just a bit low. A fastball. And the count 1-0. That was very close. 6, 7, and 8 in the Richmond order here. Martorado, the DH, but he is another catcher pitch. And it's just off the outside. A fastball, ball 2. You usually don't see catchers DH all that often, but we do see Adley Rutschman do that a lot in Baltimore right now, and he did it a ton in Bowie last year as Martorado swings through that delivery, and they count 2 balls and a strike. Martorado was actually a teammate of former Baysox catcher Cody Roberts at the University of North Carolina. They were the 2 catchers at the same time there for the Tar Heels. As a pitch down low, ball 3. How about that? You got 2 players that play the same position that are AA level players or even more. Elliott's ready. He throws. Hard ground ball. Backhanding it short. Hernaiz. And a long throw in time. Elliott gets the first down on a 3-ball, 1-strike fastball. And there's 1 retired. Now Armani Smith will come to the plate. Now, Smith is a ball player that is lauded for having very good power, but it's tough when you're a power hitter in Richmond. The Diamond is a pitcher's park. Of course, I guess the San Francisco Giants play in a pitcher's park as well, as a breaking ball missing away, and the count 1-0. Here to Smith. Smith has not been able to hit for much power in his time with Richmond this year, as he's got 2 homers. And he takes a strike on the outside part of the plate. This tonight is his 74th game with Richmond this season. The infield plays him to pull. Hernaiz at short, deep in the hole, as now the 1-1. And it's down and away, a fastball for ball 2. Both teams have a very right-handed loaded lineup. At 8 of Richmond's 9 are righties. Same for Bowie. That fares well for a right-handed pitcher like Elliott. Richmond's got a righty up in their bullpen as well. As a swing and a number back towards the hill. 2 hops. Elliott gloves in front of the mound. And from the infield grass, he throws out Smith. And there's 2 down. Now, when Rincones doubled with 1 down in the 6th to tie the game, you were worrying the wheels might come off, but instead, Elliott has settled in. He has retired 4 in a row following that double. 3 via the ground ball out. Now, there's 2 down in the inning, and here is Carter Aldretti, who hit the game-winning homer last night, and he takes a breaking ball strike, the slow curve. Yeah, the count, 0-1. It was a 2-2 game in the 9th inning when Aldretti went deep for his 4th AA homer last night. He does have good power. As a pitch off the outside here, a fastball, count 1-1. Aldretti hit for a lot of power in High A Eugene this year. Pitch and a slow breaking ball gets Aldretti way out of the front foot, and he cuts through it, and the count now 1-2. 2 outs, nobody on, 1-1 ball game. The rain has stopped here at Prince George's Stadium. Outfield, if anything, there might be a step or 2 shallow. The pitch, and it's a cold strike 3. He got him with a fastball on the outside corner, and the inning is over. What a strong inning from Jensen Elliott. And we head to the last of the 7th. Stretch time in Bowie in a 1-1 ball game. If the Baysox win, they're in first place all alone on the Baysox Baseball Network.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
All right, Richmond's going to the pen for a second time tonight. The Squirrels will bring in Evan Gates, the right-hander, a product of Roseville, Michigan. And it's the top of the order. Here is Norby. Yeah, it's interesting to see Norby, had been such an RBI producer, move to the top slot in the lineup. Of course, when you bat first, you're going to bat more than others. That might be the point. As he swings through a fastball, strike one. But Norby has been a run driver in, and now he's in the table setting position. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball popped him up on the infield. Fitzgerald calling near the edge of the outfield grass. And on the infield skin, he'll make the catch. That's a big out. Always big to get the leadoff man out, but even bigger when it is Norby. And now Cesar Prieto will come to the plate. The Tanner Andrews worked an inning and a third. He allowed 1 hit, no runs, and he struck out 3 batters. Richmond pitching have struck out 10 tonight. They've only gotten 19 outs. The pitch, and it's off the outside. A fastball, ball one. The Prieto had the first hit of the game for the Baysox against the erratic K-Way Tang, and it was a bunt single. 1-0 coming, and there's a strike. I mean, how wild is it? Bowie got a run in the third inning on 1 hit, and that hit was off of a bunt. You don't say that all that often, and here we are in a 1-1 game. The 1-1 pitch. Swing at a little cued foul ball, kind of like a slice off to the third base side. If we were on Arthur Ashe Court right now, they would call that a drop shot, and the count is 1-2. Gates is ready, the right-handed pitcher. Second outing in this series as he misses off the outside. Gates has not allowed a run yet with Richmond. This is 5th outing. He's thrown 6 shutout innings, 1 hit, no runs, 11 strikeouts. He has been dominant here in the Eastern League. The 2-2, and a foul on a line to the screen. Richmond has struggled in this second half, but part of the reason they're playing such better baseball of late are some of these additions. They've added 2 more pitchers to their starting rotation, and you bring in a guy like Gates in a big spot here. This is how you win ball games. The 2-2. Swing at a fisted foul. He busted Prieto up and in, and Prieto fouled it or fought it off on a soft line into the screen. 2-2 the count remains. Haskin is on deck here. Here for the Baysox. Fans have gone back to their seats. Here's the pitch. Check swing, but he went too far on a pitch into the dirt. And a rare night for Prieto. That's strike 3. He has struck out twice tonight. It's so hard to strike out Prieto. Though 2 down in the inning. And here is Hudson Haskett. I mean, it's been 3 nights in a row in which we've had a nail-biter in the 9th inning. And we look like we're heading that way again tonight. Here's the pitch. And Haskins swings, chasing a pitch down and away. Strike 1. Bowie led by 2 in the 9th on Wednesday and lost. The Baysox hung on for a 6-5 win in the 9th. Richmond scored 2 in the 9th, but they were down by 3, and it was a 6-5 Baysox win. The pitch. Swinging a hard ground ball, fair down the left field line, into the corner. Haskins racing around first. He'll be into second standing. He'll turn second and hang on there. It is a rocketed double down the left field line. And for a second consecutive inning, the Baysox are able to infuse life in a bit of a listless inning with a 2-out double. And now Andrew Deschbach has got a chance to give the Baysox the lead here in the 7th. Now, 2 nights ago, it was a 3-3 game in the 7th. And it was Haskins hitting a solo home run to give Bowie the lead. And then Deschbach hit a huge 2-run home run later in the inning to provide some big insurance. And Bowie would hang on. Again, they won that game 6-5. Pitch and a little dribbling ground ball foul. Off to the third base side. Strike 1. That was an off-speed pitch right over the plate. Well, what a series it's been. Last night, 2-2 game in the 9th. Richmond gets a dramatic 3-run homer in the top of the 9th to win it. Haskins runs well. He's off the back at second. He'll run with contact. Here's the pitch. Fastball up and in. And they count 1-1. It was pretty close. Right in the inside corner, but it was a little bit high. The second baseman, Fitzgerald, is shaded up the middle. He is keeping Haskins a little bit closer to the bag there. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, check swing. It's under the feet of the home plate umpire, Louis Krupa. Will they appeal? They now do, and he did not swing. And the count is 2 balls and a strike. Deschbach aboard 2 more times tonight and to pay the price. The first time he was hit by a pitch. He's also walked. Again, 4 for 12. A double and 2 homers in the series. Can he put the Baysox on top here late in this game? Bottom of the 7th inning. 1-1 score. Here's the pitch. Fastball. It's down low, ball 3. Well, first base is open, so if you walk Deschbach, you'll deal to the youngster, the youngest player in this Baysox lineup tonight. The newcomer, Daryl Hernaiz, who's in his just 10th Double-A game. Hernaiz turned 21 just a month ago. The 3-1. And it's under the knees, ball 4. Deschbach is aboard for a 3rd time tonight. Boy, he has had an outstanding evening. Bowie has only 4 hits in the game, but that is now a 6th walk. And remember, Deschbach was hit by a pitch, so that's 7 free base runners via the free pass that Richmond has given tonight. The Baysox have actually had a lot of traffic. They've left 2 men on base 3 times in the game. And they've got 2 men on here with 2 down in the 7th. The pitch. And it's off the outside. Ball 1 to Hernaiz. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Hernaiz, a Puerto Rican-born infielder. Went to high school in El Paso, Texas. The 1-0 pitch. And down and away with a fastball, ball 2. And now Hennevis will go out to talk to the right-hander Gates. And so will the pitching coach. No activity in the pen right now in Paul Oseguera. If you think about Puerto Rican ball players in the major leagues right now, maybe the 2 most famous play the same position that Hernaiz does. They're both shortstops. The outstanding Minnesota Twins shortstop, Carlos Correa, who was drafted by current Oriole GM Mike Elias with Houston. And then New York Mets star shortstop who played in this league 8 years ago with Akron, Francisco Lindor. Hernandez would like to put his name in that echelon. As there's 2 men on, 2 down, bottom of the 7th inning, we're tied at 1. Bowie looking for a dramatic hit from the youngster. And open stance, the 2-0 pitch, and it's down low, ball 3. On deck, John Rhodes just off of the injured list after a brief stint. Last night, his first game since August the 28th, so about 2 weeks ago. The 3-0 pitch, and there's a strike. Boy, he threw him a sinking fastball at 90 miles an hour. That had some run to it. Schmidt, the third baseman, is almost right on the line here. Now they are playing the pull. Fitzgerald, the second baseman, right up the middle. And now the 3-1. Swing and a lifted fly to center. Back on to Matheny. Still back, and he'll make the catch as he crosses onto the warning track. Oh, that one carried well, but just not enough. The Baysox leave 2 men aboard. And we now head to the 8th inning. In a 1-1 ball game, the Baysox will bring in another right-hander. We'll tell you who when we return on the Baysox Baseball Network.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
This is a real opportunity to try to bounce back for the right-hander Nolan Hoffman, who struggled on Wednesday night in the 9th inning in Richmond's come-from-behind win. We're tied at 1. We're going to the 8th. Jensen Elliott allowed a run on 2 hits in 2 innings. And now with the call of this 8th, here's Matt Sabates.
Well, it was a blown save for Elliott. Took only 3 batters for him to miss out on that 1-0 chance for Bowie. It was his 5th blown save of the season for the Baysox. As Nolan Hoffman takes over, 6'4", 190-pound right-hander. Rule 5 draft selection out of Seattle back in 2021. That was his most recent winter. He'll face off against 9-1-2 in the Richmond lineup, starting with Ricardo Genovez as the sidearmer faces the right-hander to start. 0 for 2 day for Genovez, and the first pitch is just down and away. Off speed, and it starts to count out at 1-0. Genovez has skied out to center field twice. One of them was a spectacular play in center by Zach Watson, a full extension dive out to his right in left center field. The 1-0 pitch, nice breaking ball called for strike, hits the outside half of the plate, and it's 1-1. After Genovez, Shane Matheny and then Tyler Fitzgerald will bat as Richmond gets a right-hander up and tossing in the bullpen. The 1-1 offering is a breaking ball that just misses down, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike on Genovez. Well, Adam alluded to it. It's the chance for a bounce back for Nolan Hoffman, and he really, absolutely, desperately needs it. after the appearance he had 2 nights ago, make it 3 nights ago for the Baysox. The 2-1 pitch is bounced over to the left side, picked it short on a curled scoop by Daryl Hernaiz. From the ankle, he throws to first and gets it there in time. 6-3 put out, and there's one away. Back to the top of the lineup for Shane Matheny. But Hoffman came in on Wednesday when the Baysox had a 5-3 lead in the 9th inning. He was tagged for 1 run in the 8th. He had started in the 8th inning and gave up a run on a couple of infield singles, a hit by pitch, a fielder's choice. It wasn't a clean frame, but nothing got out of the infield. The 9th inning, though, got out of hand, and Hoffman was saddled with a big blown save and a loss. As the first pitch to Shane Matheny misses just inside a fastball, it's 1-0 to start. Hoffman allowed the first 6 batters of the 9th inning to reach base safely. There were 2 errors mixed in, but still 6 batters and 4 runs. But we lost the game 8-6. The 1-0 pitch, a half swing and a foul. Matheny wasn't intending to go after that slider up and in, but he just got a piece of it, bounced it to the left side, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. But Hoffman was charged with the blown save and loss in that game as Bowie had a 5-3 lead in the 9th and lost 8-6. That was their last big chance to take a big lead over Erie in the Southwest Division, and they missed out. The 1-1 pitch misses outside, and the count goes to 2-1. And unless Bowie can push ahead in this game, they might miss another chance to move ahead of Erie because, again, the Seawolves were demolished today by Altoona, 13-6. Erie had to use a position player to finish out the game. The 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed outside. Changeup hits away, and it's 2-2 on the lefty Matheny, who's 2 for 3 with a pair of singles up the middle. He has not been able to get past first base. But Bowie needs to get something going. Offensively, they have been as quiet as possible in this contest. They're still being out-hit. The 2-2. Sprayed foul the other way out of play, and the count stays even at 2. The Baysox only have 4 hits today. None have come with runners in scoring position. Their only run in today's game came in the 3rd. After a leadoff walk, a bunt single, a hit by pitch, and a bases-loaded walk. That's the only run for the Baysox. Bases empty, 1 away here in the top of the 8th inning of a 1-1 game. Combined 9 hits between the 2 sides, no errors. As the 2-2 pitch is down and away, it runs the count full from Hoffman. Overall on the season, he's made 16 appearances with the Baysox. Of course, had a lengthy stint on the injured list that lasted from June through July and into the midway point of August. He's gone 2-2 with a 4.64 ERA. The payoff pitch to Matheny is bounced up the middle off Hoffman's ankle and redirected to short. Backhanded by Hernaiz. The throw to first is wild, and it bounces off of the dugout, fortunately, as Hernaiz nearly gifted Matheny an additional base. Bowie lucked out there that it's only a single for Matheny. But it's his 3rd hit of the day as it ricochets off of the pitcher's ankle, and now the athletic training staff is going to come out, as well as the manager and the pitching coach and the catcher, as Hoffman instantly points to that right ankle where the ball struck him. It was a hard hit ball, 97 miles an hour exit. They're going to let Hoffman get a warm-up toss or 2 in. That is his back foot, so the push-off foot. Want to see if he's got enough strength out of it with Tyler Fitzgerald stepping in. First pitch, well, the test pitch, I should say, would have missed down and in with a batter, but Hoffman was able to get it away. It clocked in at 88. And now the next warm-up toss is still in at the knees of the batter and still in at 88. Hoffman, though, gives the thumbs up and says he's good. Home plate umpire is saying that it doesn't count as a mound visit because it was, in essence, an injury delay because of the ball that had struck off of the pitcher. But it's a runner at first and 1 away here in the top of the 8th inning as Richmond has an opportunity to maybe push ahead. Diego Rincones had that RBI double in the 6th. That was the last base hit for the Squirrels. He was left stranded there after 2 quick outs by Jensen Elliott. But a decent shift on for Fitzgerald, who's 1 for 3. First pitch. And he bounces it in front of home plate. It's going to be Hoffman to scoop. Gloves and goes to first. Gets it there in time. The only play for Hoffman as that swinging bunt trickled up the first base line. Matheny advances to second. Go-ahead run in scoring position now with 2 outs here in the 8th. A 1-3 putout, and that really gives you even more confirmation that Hoffman was unaffected, at least in terms of his ankle, by that comebacker in order to redirect himself and pounce on the ball like that without really losing any of his balance. does take a lot of control for a pitcher. So it's good to see. 1-3 put out, and now here's Rincones, who drove in the tying run in the 6th inning. First pitch, and he blaze down a swinging bunt. This one rolls, and it's picked up by Montagne. Barehanded throw gets to first a little high, but Dashbach picks it out of the air and falls down onto the bag in time. A combined, I'd say, 50 feet of swinging bunts there lead to 2 quick groundouts and Strand a go-ahead run in scoring position. Bottom of the 8th coming up, a 1-1 game. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to baysox.com.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
From bug bites to burns, fevers to flu, and bruises to broken bones, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Well, tomorrow is the final home game of the regular season, and it's Fan Appreciation Day at the ballpark. We're giving away free t-shirts to the first 500 fans ages 13 and up, featuring top prospects that have appeared for games with the Baysox this season. Gunnar Henderson, Colton Cowser, Connor Norby among them. And you can play catch on the field just before the game from 12 to 12:30. So be sure to stop on by for the last home game of the regular season. Get your tickets at baysox.com. We move on to the bottom of the 8th inning here at Prince George's Stadium. Richmond makes another pitching change. Their third reliever today, Melvin Adon. Evan Gates is done. A scoreless inning in the 7th. He gave up a 2-out double and a walk. But overall, a scoreless frame with just the 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. That was it. As Adon takes over, 6'3", 246-pound, 28-year-old right-hander out of Santo Domingo in the Dominican. Minor league free agent signed back in 2021 from Richmond. On the season for the Squirrels, Adon has made 6 appearances, gone 1-0 with a 6.75 ERA. He's got 8 innings under his belt with 7 strikeouts and 6 walks. First pitch in to John Rhodes, misses down and actually bounces high into the sky after ricocheting off of the glove of Ricardo Genovez. It's 0-1 to start, or 1-0 rather to start on a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Adon has allowed 1 home run this year. As the right-hander sets and fires the next to Rhodes. It's an off-speed, called for strike on the inside edge of the zone, run the count even at a ball and a strike. It's an 0-for-2 day for John Rhodes. He bounced into a double play in the 3rd inning when the bases were loaded with only 1 out, ruining Bowie's chances there. He lined out to center field in the 6th. Next pitch is floated out to left and over the outstretched glove of Will Wilson at short. A base hit for John Rhodes. He's got hits in back-to-back games and 6 of his last 7 now for the Baysox. And a continuing trend, the Baysox have been the best team in the league this season to get the first batter of an inning on base. So far today, though, only 1 of those leadoff base runners has scored. It's the 3rd inning that the Baysox have gotten the first batter aboard. And now here's Toby Welk. 0-for-2 day for Welk. He struck out twice, both times looking. He also drew a walk. First pitch, and Welk swings and misses. Breaking ball down and inside, and it's 0-1 to start. Adon is making his first appearance of this series. He actually had a stint on the injured list recently. As he fires the 0-1 pitch, and it's bounced foul. A little bit over to the left side, and the count goes to 0-2. Richmond is 4-2 in games that Adon has appeared in so far this year. His last appearance saw him wrap up with 2/3 of a scoreless inning when coming in the middle of a frame. The 0-2 pitch, and it's fouled off over to the right side. Gets behind the screen, and the count stays at 0-2 here on Welk. But again, a 1-1 game here in the bottom of the 8th. It can be a bit troubling with the way that this series has gone for the Baysox. Seems to be that most games this week have wound up in some way, shape, or form to a similar scenario that we're seeing right now. A tie game, a close game, late game, and Bowie coming up short on their chances. The 0-2 pitch, and it's called strike 3. Easy changeup at the knees, and Welk watched it the entire way. First strikeout for Adon today, 12th overall for Richmond pitching. Welk has gone down looking 3 times this evening. And now here's Zach Watson. Watson doubled his last time up, 1 for 3 overall. He smacked a line drive to right field and got left at second base. As Adon comes set, first pitch in, and Watson rips it up the third baseline, but foul. 97-mile-an-hour fastball was inside, and Watson was still a little bit early on it. It's 0-1 to start. Well, Adon actually didn't pitch at all last year. He tore his labrum in his right shoulder while pitching in the Dominican Winter League, headed into the 2021 season, and had to get surgery that sidelined him for the entire season. He had plenty of experience with Richmond in 2019. He was actually a Richmond All-Star that season, the last Eastern League All-Star game. Something that we don't necessarily anticipate to really ever return to minor league baseball. But Adon was there in a Squirrels jersey. The 0-1 pitch to Watson, and he swings and misses. Fastball at 99, down and inside. Count goes to 0-2. Watson's only been up with a runner on once today as the 0-2 pitch is again bounced foul to third. That was back in the second inning when runners were at first and second, and he struck out on a 2-2 count. Both starting pitchers pitched fine. One much better than the other, despite it being a 1-0 game when both starters were done. Kai-Wei Tang fired 4 2/3 innings on 96 pitches, allowed only 1 run. That was Richmond's starter. The 0-2 pitch here, and Watson holds off on a changeup up and in. A ball and 2 strikes. Meanwhile, Brendan Hanafy needed only 58 pitches for 5 scoreless innings. Hanafy allowed only 3 hits, all singles. Didn't walk anyone and struck out 4. But after 5 innings and 58 pitches, Bowie pulled him. Went to Jensen Elliott, and Elliott blew a save after just 3 batters. The 1-2 pitch, and Watson reaches for it, pokes it deep in the hole to third, scooped on a sidearm by Casey Schmidt, goes to second for 1, but the turn back to Aldretti at first is late. Deep in the hole made it tough to turn 2. Rhodes is eliminated on the front end of the fielder's choice. It goes 5-4. That's the second out of the inning, and now Michael Montagne will step up to bat with 2 outs and a runner still at first. If Bowie doesn't get it done here, they're going to have to hope for a walk-off. But the 9th inning has not been friendly to the Baysox this week and this season. We can discuss it more when we get there. Montagne is 0 for 3 here in his first Double-A start. Richmond has a right-hander warming in the bullpen, and we've got a delay because that pitcher threw a ball into right field. I'm not sure who that is specifically. Well, as a matter of fact, that's actually a left-hander. First pitch into Montagne is called a strike. He thought about it, and it was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball on the inside anyway. That's left-hander Daniel Tillo getting loose for the Squirrels. It would just be his 4th appearance when he comes in, 2nd this series. Runner at first, 2 away, the 0-1 pitch, and Montagne watches low. 99-mile-an-hour fastball. It's 1-1. But again, a 1-1 game. But we had a 1-0 lead on a bases-loaded walk in the 3rd. Brendan Hanafy tossed 5 scoreless on 58 pitches and Jensen Elliott allowed a single, a fielder's choice, a balk, and an RBI double. 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed down. That was the same 99-mile-an-hour fastball, still well under the knees. And Montagne went chasing. Right-hander sets. Let's see if the runner takes off on a 1-2 pitch. There he goes. Pitch is inside and gets off of the catcher. So a hard round of second for Zach Watson, but he'll hold up there after swiping his 5th base of the season. I had brought it up back in the first couple of innings. Even though Brandon Martorado is not catching today, you'd have thought that Bowie would try for more stolen bases. Ricardo Genovez does have a slightly higher caught stealing rate than Martorado, but he's still only nabbed 11 of 41 rather, in this season. 30 stolen bases, 11 caught. But it's a ball and 2 strikes, or 2 balls and 2 strikes rather, and the next pitch to Montagne nearly clips him. 96-mile-an-hour fastball inside, makes him back out the waist, and it runs the count full with runner at second, 2 outs. To be fair, Bowie hasn't actually had too many opportunities with runners at first in this game. They haven't had a runner at first base only since the 5th inning. They had 2 doubles, one in the 6th, one in the 7th. The 3-2 pitch here, and Montagne bounces it back to the pitcher. Attempted bare hand, redirects it, picked by the second baseman, and Fitzgerald gets it to first in time. The Baysox are 3 for 39 with runners in scoring position this series. They strand their 11th man on base, and they'll have to hope for a walk-off. As we go to the 9th inning, it's a 1-1 game. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend. Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
On to the 9th inning of a 1-1 game here at Prince George's Stadium. The Baysox moving back into their bullpen for the 3rd time today as Connor Lopridge takes over. He'll try and toss a scoreless 9th, give Bowie a chance for a walk-off win. Nolan Hoffman is done. It was a scoreless inning for the sidearm hurler. He gave up an infield single. A line drive that had ricocheted off of the pitcher's ankle was the only runner in that frame. Hoffman didn't strike anyone out. He didn't walk anyone. Got 3 groundouts. As Lopridge takes over, 6'3", 215-pound right-hander, traded over from Pittsburgh for cash considerations in 2020. He'll face off against 4, 5, and 6 in the Richmond lineup, starting with Will Wilson. Lopridge has 29 appearances on the season, a 2-1 record, and a 4.57 ERA that has been continually plunging here in the second half. First pitch into Wilson, and it just misses outside. Slider starts the count out at 1-0. Lopridge in the second half with the Baysox this year has an ERA of just 2.08. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed high. Wilson tried to hold up on a high fastball, but he couldn't stop in time, and the home plate umpire rings him on it. It's a ball and a strike now. Overall on the year, Lopridge has 67 innings, 72 strikeouts, and 25 walks. The 1-1 pitch is a breaking ball that just barely misses on the upper inside corner of the zone. A taller batter probably would have been called for a strike there, but it runs it to 2-1. Mild shift on for Wilson, who's 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts. The 2-1 pitch misses under the knees. Fastball again, and it's 3-1. Lowbridge has allowed 10 home runs this season, but only 2 of the home runs have been here in the second half. Again, he has been the biggest two-sided coin in terms of relief pitchers for the Baysox this year. Here's the 3-1. Up and in, a leadoff walk. That's the first walk given up by a Baysox pitcher today. Hopefully not a sign of anything to come for Lowbridge, as Casey Schmidt will bat. Including today, Schmidt is 2 for 12 in this series, 0 for 3 tonight. That's only the 3rd time all season that Connor Lowbridge has walked the first batter he has seen out of the bullpen. First pitch to Schmidt, and it might have hit him inside. He curls away on it as the pitch gets to the backstop. Runner advances to second. The home plate umpire is not saying anything about it hitting him. Schmidt looked like he recoiled away when the pitch got in, but it puts go-ahead run to second base, and there's no one out here in the 9th. Kyle Moore is asking if the pitch hit him, because if it did, that would potentially set up a double play ball. But again, there was no signal that the pitch hit him. There's no signal that it was a dead ball. The runner would still be at second base if the pitch hit him. And now Kyle Moore is asking for the umpires to at least discuss it, and that request is being granted. Honestly, it sounded like there was some additional contact in there, whether it be the bat or the fingertips of Schmidt. He did curl back on it, but if I'm Schmidt, I would have started up the line. I can't imagine he wouldn't just take the free base. The umpires will at least get into some discussion on it, but Lowbridge is not off to a good start here. 6 pitches, and only one of them has found the strike zone. And they're saying no hit by pitch, runner just at second on the wild pitch. But this game is showing all the signs of the many losses that the Baysox have suffered over the last week and a half. The 9th inning has been the worst inning for Bowie all year, and it's just really intensified over the last week plus. 1-0 pitch to Schmidt is a breaking ball, finds its way to the inside half of the plate for a called strike. It's 1-1. In the 9th inning this season, the Baysox have a run differential of -23. That means opponents have scored 23 more runs than the Baysox have. That is the worst mark in the entire Eastern League. It's their worst run differential in any inning this season. As the 1-1 pitch is muscled up the middle, and a leaping grab by Connor Norby at second base. A low-hanging liner, and Norby climbs the ladder to take away a base hit and a potential RBI. That ball got 19.5 feet in the air at its apex. It didn't seem like it was too far removed from its maximum height when Norby pulled it down. He had to have at least gotten 5 feet in the air. Hopefully that little jolt will save Lowbridge here on what probably would have been a tough base hit. But the first pitch to Brandon Martorado misses up and in anyway. A first pitch ball to all 3 batters he's seen. Martorado is 1 for 3 on the day. He's singled up the middle back in the 2nd inning. He's grounded out to the shortstop twice. That could be helpful right here with that runner at second base. 1-0 pitch. And an off speed. Misses too far inside. It's 2 balls and no strikes. The Baysox have not been a good team at coming from behind deficits late in game this year. Their offense in the 9th inning is one of the worst in the Eastern League. So they don't want to enter the bottom of the 9th trailing. The 2-0. Up and in. It's 3-0. Lowbridge has thrown 11 pitches in this inning, and only 3 of them have found the strike zone. 1 of them was put into play. Runner at second, 1 away here in the top of the 9th, as Bowie and Richmond are tied at 1. And time is called as another errant baseball from the Richmond bullpen has found its way into left field. That's going to throw off Loprich's timing a little bit. In other news, Albert Pujols has tied Alex Rodriguez for the fourth most home runs in baseball history with 696. The 3-0 pitch to Martorado is lifted out to deep center field. Watson sprinting back, looks to have a beat. In front of the warning track, he stops, runs in to make the catch. Runner tags, fires a throw to third base. It's close, but it's late. Just a little bit offline as well, but Watson played it about as perfectly as you could have asked for. The go-ahead run, though, moves to third base on the second out of the inning. And now Armani Smith will bat. Left-hander Tillo is still warming for Richmond. He'll come in for the bottom of the ninth. The question's just going to be, is it going to be a save situation, or is he going to be trying for extra innings? Armani Smith is 0 for 3 on the day. He has not gotten it out of the infield. A pop out to first in foul territory, a ground out to the pitcher, and a strikeout swinging. First pitch, and Smith watches slider move its way back into the zone. Inside edge for a called strike. It's 0-1. Loprich sets. The 0-1 pitch. Poked over to second. Norby slides, gloves between the legs, sidearm toss, gets there. Connor Loprich tiptoes around a runner in scoring position with no outs and strands him at third base. We go to the bottom of the ninth as the Baysox search for their 7th walk-off win of the season. It's a 1-1 game. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Most people don't know what a steam fitter is. More importantly, what we do and how much it impacts you. Just take a moment to think about what your world would look like if you didn't have the ability to generate electricity, to have heating or air conditioning, microchip production, internet service, web-based storage, cellular service, and frozen or refrigerated produce. Could you imagine? And these are just some of the things that we impact. Please visit steamfitters-602.org and let's talk about how we can bring value to you.
Well, it is always so nice to have you along for the broadcast each night, and let's hope you're going home happy this evening. As we move to the bottom of the ninth inning here at Prince George's Stadium, a 1-1 game. The Baysox send the top of the lineup to the plate, while Richmond brings out left-hander Daniel Tillo for his 4th appearance of the season and 2nd this series. Melvin Adon is done after a scoreless 8th inning. He gave up a single, stranded a runner at second base. Tillo will face off against Connor Norby, Cesar Prieto, and Hudson Haskin. Connor Loprich danced around a leadoff runner in scoring position in the ninth to send it here. First pitch to Norby, and he watches off speed for a perfect strike right down the middle, 0-1. Daniel Tillo, 6'5", 215-pound, 26-year-old lefty from Sioux City, Iowa, fires the 0-1 pitch, and Norby watches it outside, off speed, and it's 1-1. Minor league free agent signed by San Francisco earlier this year. Tillo, again, 3 appearances, no record, a 3.38 ERA. 5 1/3 innings, 4 strikeouts, the 1-1. And Norby watches fastball miss high. It's 2-1. Tillo has not allowed a home run yet this season. and he's making his second appearance in this series. He fired an inning and a third on Wednesday. The 2-1 pitch, and Norby watches a called strike. Generous on a slider outside, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Tillo came in and gave up an RBI double to Andres Angulo, and Norby scored on him after doubling himself. The 2-2 pitch served up the middle, taken on a hop by the second baseman, shaded at Fitzgerald. He sends to first, and it's there in time. 4-3 putout. Even when the shift is outlawed, you can still play into it. Middle infielders can play as close to the bag as they like, just without crossing over to the other side of the bag. And that's exactly what Tyler Fitzgerald did there, taking away a center field single for Connor Norby. So now Cesar Prieto. First pitch in, and Prieto flinches on an outside fastball at 96. Count starts out at 1-0. Bowie's last walk-off win came in their last homestand. They actually picked up 2 in that 2-week homestand. The 1-0 pitch misses down and inside. 95 on the heater, 2-0. It was the last game of that 2-week stand when the Baysox trailed 4-3 to Altoona in the bottom of the 9th inning on Sunday. Colton Cowser, his last swing in Double-A was a walk-off 2-run home run, the 2-0. And Prieto watches down and inside, 3-0. Prior to that, the Baysox had another walk-off win earlier in the series. Connor Norby had a winning single to take down Somerset. And Prieto tries to get on base here. The 3-0 is called a strike. Just hits the edge against the other batter's box, and it's 3-1 on Prieto, but still a hitter's count. A 1-1 game here in the bottom of the 9th. The 3-1 to Prieto is sprayed foul the other way, and it runs the count full. Cesar this season only hitting 200 on full counts, but he has struck out just as often as he has walked. Right side playing deep against the left-hander. And the payoff pitch from Tillo is just outside for ball 4. Prieto thought about it. 96-mile-an-hour fastball was close, but it was just not close enough. First walk for Tillo. 8th overall for Richmond pitching, and the Squirrels have done an excellent job at minimizing the damage from those walks. Of course, you just have to look at the 1 run on the scoreboard to understand that. Bowie's only run scored on a walk. And now here's Hudson Haskin with the winning run at first base. First pitch home, and Haskin swings and misses. Off speed, down and away, and it's 0-1. A 1-for-3 day for Haskin. He doubled to left field his last time up. He walked back in the first, struck out looking in the third, popped out to the catcher, pretty much directly above home plate in the 5th. 0-1 pitch from Tillo, and Haskin knuckles it. A floater out towards shallow right that falls in for a base hit. Prieto goes first to third. It's scooped by Smith and sent to the infield late. Winning run 90 feet away on a bloop single by Hudson Haskin. A sawed-off fastball in on the hands, just enough of the handle to get it out over the second baseman. And as soon as Prieto realized that that ball was falling into no man's land, he turned on the jets. Richmond has a right-hander warming in their bullpen. But the only true scenario that sees that right-hander come out is a walk. Clay Helvey is looking to pitch on back-to-back days after picking up his first save of the season last night. But with winning run at third, the Baysox just need to get it out of the infield. Outfielders will, of course, play in for Andrew Dashbach, who's been on base 3 times, but he's 0 for 1 overall. Flew out to right field in the first, hit by a pitch in the third, and he's walked twice, once in the 5th, once in the 7th. But he can drive in the winning run for the Baysox here and put them in first place. First pitch from Tillo, and Dashbach holds off. High fastball at 95. They appeal on a check swing, and he held up. Pitch itself was close, but it's 1-0 to start. Tillo at 14 pitches. Left side of the infield playing in. The 1-0. And Dashbach cracks it foul in on the hands and out of play. It's a ball and a strike now. Dashbach actually cracked it. He has to go get a new bat. He'll get some pine tar on it. But if Bowie can get it done here, they will move back into sole possession of first place for the first time since a week ago today, when they picked up the Saturday win against Erie. But since then, after Erie walked off that following Sunday, the two teams have been tied for first every single day. Erie was blown out earlier today, and the Baysox can try and put them in their rearview mirror, at least for now. The 1-1 to Dashbach. Floated out to right field. Running in Schmidt. He grabs it on the line. Tagging from third, Prieto. The throw comes in. It's on time, and it's late. The Bowie Baysox are winners once again. Their 7th walk-off win of the season as Prieto sprints through the tag, and it's a 2-1 winner. The Gatorade showers behind home plate. Dashbach and Prieto mixed within. And Bowie is so glad to finally slay some of those ninth-inning demons that have plagued them over the last 2 weeks. Hugs all around between Norby, Rhodes, Prieto, Dashbach, Haskin. Everyone is excited as the Baysox, they might have bent, but they did not break tonight. A thrilling final for a first-place team. Bowie wins 2-1. Oh, goodness. We've got a lot to discuss with the Baysox postgame coming your way soon. We're back after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com. At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
It's now time for the Bowie Baysox post-game show. Let's head back to the ballpark with Matt Savanas.
Well, this game was looking every little bit like the last couple of losses for the Bowie Baysox over this past week plus. An early lead, a slim margin instantly evaporated when Bowie moved into the bullpen, and as the offense was having trouble getting work done with runners on base and runners in scoring position, it was looking a bit dicey, especially in the ninth inning, when Richmond got a runner into scoring position with no one out. But Bowie held the line down to the slimmest of margins, and they were able to secure their 7th walk-off win of the season and move into sole possession of first place with only 7 games remaining in the regular season. A 2-1 winner tonight as we get rolling with Baysox postgame from Prince George's Stadium. Alongside Adam Pohl, I'm Matt Sabatis with you from the ballpark in Bowie. We'll recap this game in depth. There's not much depth to go into because there was only 3 scoring plays in the whole contest. But we'll recap it and then look around the rest of the Eastern League, get you some of the scores to watch out for following a busy day among the rest of the teams in the EL as well as the Orioles organization. Too. But first, we've got to recap. So we got to take you all the way back in time to the faraway land of 6:38 p.m. when first pitch came home from Brendan Hanafy to Shane Matheny. Now, it was a ball up and away, but Hanafy would eventually start with a scoreless inning, worked around a infield single, got a fly out and 2 groundouts. In the bottom of the second, Bowie got a 2-out walk. Hudson Haskin was able to draw it against Kaiwei Tang, but that was the only base runner for the Baysox. Top of the second, Hanafy allowed another base hit, but still worked scoreless. Bottom of the second, Bowie drew 2 walks, but still got nothing out of it, still no hits. Top of the third, same story for Hanafy, a 1-out single, still left stranded. And in the bottom of the third, as Kaiwei Tang, you can't even say he struggled with command because that's the command that Kaiwei Tang has had all season. He just ran into more of it, walking the first batter, allowing a bunt single to Cesar Prieto for the Baysox first hit. He hit Andrew Dashbach with 1 out to load the bases, and Terrell Hernandez came up. He practiced some strong strike zone discipline to give Bowie the lead.
And here's the pitch. Way upstairs, ball 4. The Bowie Baysox have the lead on a bases-loaded walk. Hernandez with a patient at bat.
And it was 1-0 Bowie as we moved into the 4th inning. And that's where Brendan Hanafy turned it on, retired the final 8 batters he faced, a perfect 4th and 5th. Kaiwei Tang had a perfect 4th, struck out the side as a matter of fact. But in the bottom of the 5th, he had to leave after giving up a single, a walk, and throwing a wild pitch to put 2 in scoring position. After the Baysox went up against Tanner Andrews, they had nothing against him. He struck out a batter to strand those 2 runners in scoring position and pitched a scoreless 6th in response. While the top of the 6th, Bowie made an interesting decision. Pulling Brendan Hanafy from the game after just 58 pitches and 5 scoreless innings, they went to Jensen Elliott. And it didn't take too long for Bowie to perhaps regret that decision as Shane Matheny opened the frame with a single. Tyler Fitzgerald replaced him at first base on a force-out. Elliott committed a balk, and that put Fitzgerald to second base. That might not have mattered as much because Diego Rincon stepped up and picked up an extra base hit anyway.
A fair the pitch. Breaking ball lined over third. It's a fair ball down and into the corner. Turning third and scoring the tying run, Fitzgerald. The throw is into second where Rincones is in standing. It's an RBI double, and the ball game is tied at 1.
So it took 3 batters for Jensen Elliott to blow the save. It was already his 5th this season. That is the most on the team for Bowie. And that's where the tap kind of shut off for both sides from there. Richmond only got 1 more base hit for the remainder of the night. It was an infield single by Shane Matheny in the 8th. But Bowie was not lacking for base hits and base runners. In the bottom of the 6th, they got a double. In the top of the 7th, they got a double. In the bottom of the 8th, they got a single and a runner into scoring position on a stolen base, but they were never able to get anyone to third base. Overall on the day, the Baysox did go 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position. But hey, at the end of the day, still worked out well for them. In the top of the 9th, Connor Lopridge walked the first batter. Will Wilson then moved to second on a wild pitch, and there was a runner in scoring position, a go-ahead run with no one out. It was looking scary for Lopridge. But a line out to second base, an incredible grab by Connor Norby on a, not even a low-hanging, a high-hanging, slow line drive, kept Wilson at second. Brandon Martorado flew out to center for the second out of the inning, and Armani Smith grounded out to end the frame. It went to the bottom of the 9th, and the Baysox were trying to get something against Daniel Tillo. Connor Norby grounded out to open the frame, but Cesar Prieto drew a full count walk. Hudson Haskin blooped a single to right field, just over the second baseman's head, and Prieto went first to third. First and third with only 1 out. All Andrew Dashbach had to do was get it out of the infield deep enough, and by mere inches, he did just that. The 1-1 to Dashbach. Floated out to right field. Running in Smith. He grabs it on the line. Tagging from third, Prieto. The throw comes in. It's on time, and it's late! The Bowie Baysox are winners once again! Their 7th walk-off win of the season as Prieto sprints through the tag, and it's a 2-1 winner. So your final box score on a stunning finish here at Prince George's Stadium. Richmond scores just 1 run on 6 hits with no errors and 6 men left on. Bowie scores 2 runs on 6 hits with no errors. The Baysox left on 12. Connor Lopridge is the winning pitcher. He moves to 3-1 on the season, while Daniel Tillo takes the loss. He falls to 0-1. No save and a walk-off win as the game was played in 2 hours and 49 minutes in front of a paid attendance at Prince George's Stadium of 5,249. With the loss, Richmond falls to 62-68 on the year. Their 1-game winning streak is, of course, over. The Squirrels are now 30-38 when playing on the road and 13-19 in games decided by 1 run. With the win, the Baysox move to 65-66 on the season. Their short little 1-game losing streak is over, while the Baysox are 37-31 at home and 21-28 in games decided by 1 run. Second half sees Bowie improve to 38-24, while Richmond falls to 22-39. Well, Adam, it's good to win, but you still want to look at where to build. Bowie had plenty of opportunity to run away with this game. At least they were able to finish out with an exciting win at the end of the night.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is, I don't think this is a night where you really harp on what you didn't do. This is a night to celebrate maybe the biggest win of the year. It was an incredible evening, and the Baysox had such a great night. From on top of the hill, Brennan Hanafy was outstanding. But we got some really good relief work tonight. Even Jensen Elliott, who gave up the 1 run. The big one that stands out to me, though, out of the bullpen was Hoffman, because he had such a tough night Wednesday. It was a great bounce-back effort, getting a lot of weak contact. And then Prieto's slide at the end of the game was just outstanding. Sliding to the foul side of the plate, so the sweeping tag attempt from Henovis did not get to him. And Bowie wins it. I mean, there's so many guys to point out. Norby's catch saved the game, and then Dashbach had a great night as well. So there's so much to be excited about, and now you're in playoff position. 7 games remain.
So now Bowie is assuredly in control of their own destiny the rest of the way. They don't need to worry about the tiebreakers as long as they take care of their own business. These two teams will play again one final time tomorrow, and it will decide the season series between Bowie and Richmond. Either the Baysox will lose the season series, something that they have not done in quite some time, or they'll force a season split with the Squirrels. But we'll preview that game in a little bit. For now, we break, and when we come back, we cruise around the Eastern League and the Orioles organization with some scoreboard updates. We're back after this as Bowie walks off Richmond. You're listening to Baysox Postgame.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the D.C. area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
Hey fans, do you know your mud hens from your trash pandas? Then play Minor League Rundown, the official free-to-play game of minor league baseball, and compete for tickets and game day experiences. Rundown is made for masters of ballpark trivia. Playing is free and easy on any mobile device. Just head on over to www.ballyplay.com to sign up and play. Return for each open round to vie for more prizes, including the grand prize to attend championship weekend in Las Vegas this October. It's never been this fun to get caught in a rundown.
Back to Prince George's Stadium one final time as we get ready to wrap up Baysox postgame. A big win for Bowie, a walk-off win for the Baysox, 2-1 over the Richmond Flying Squirrels. Andrew Dashbach's sacrifice fly getting it done in the ninth. As we take a look around the rest of the Eastern League, things continue to just tumble for the Hartford Yard Goats as they are falling further and further away, losing out on their hopes of breaking the Eastern League's longest playoff drought. Their 5th consecutive loss. Somerset takes Hartford down 8-6. It was all Somerset early on, 5-0, but Hartford did actually get back into the game. Still, they were never able to tie it, eventually losing by 2. They're into the 10th inning up in Reading as New Hampshire has broken ahead 4-2. How did that game get going? It was 2-2 from the 4th inning on. New Hampshire had the 2-0 lead, and Reading tied it in the bottom of the 4th, and they've been stuck there since. Harrisburg has blown it again. The 3rd consecutive night that they have allowed go-ahead runs in the 8th or 9th innings to the Akron Rubber Ducks. This one was only a 1-0 game, but Akron has the 2-1 lead now after putting 2 runs on in the top of the 9th inning. There's only 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. Harrisburg still with a chance, but my goodness, they have been missing out on plenty of chances the last few days. And Portland continues their hot run, their 4th consecutive win and their 12th win in their last 13 games. They're the hottest team in the Eastern League right now, and at this rate, headed into the playoffs, that's going to be what works best.
Yes.
Portland takes down Binghamton 4-3. And then, of course, the score that we've already mentioned probably 17 times on this broadcast. Altoona and Erie. It was a big blowout day for Altoona. They pounced on Erie starter Wilmer Flores for 4 runs in the 1st and then chased him in the 2nd inning on 4 more runs. They added on 4 more for good measure in the 5th and eventually won 13-6. So thanks to that, as Bowie moves to 38-24 in the second half, Erie falls to 37-25. The Baysox are back in sole possession of first place for the first time in a week. Since last Saturday, Bowie and Erie had been tied for first every single day. But now with Akron looking as if they'll close out a win against Harrisburg, it seems that Akron will stay in pace with Bowie, only 3 games out of first place, with 7 games left to play, including 6 at Canal Park in Akron. Altoona, with their win, will also keep pace with the Baysox as they remain 3.5 games out of first place. Adam, how's the Orioles organization looking at this point tonight?
Well, it was a tough night for Baltimore. They got blown out tonight by the Boston Red Sox 17-4, and it was the second time this year the Orioles actually had a position player pitch. Ryan McKenna, the former Baysox and right fielder tonight for the Orioles, got into the game. Aberdeen is trailing at Jersey Shore 10-5. In the bottom of the 8th inning, the Norfolk Tides fall short 4-1 the final as they lose in Memphis tonight. And Delmarva, who's had the toughest year, is really winning here late in the year. They are a victor again tonight, 11-4 the final. The Shorebirds win it.
But again, the score we care about most on this production is that of of Bowie's. I mean, we do care about Erie's right now. That's the second most important score on this production, but we care about Bowie's most. And Bowie picked up a big win today. Their 7th walk-off win of the season, taking down Richmond 2-1 thanks to a sacrifice fly by Andrew Dashbach in the bottom of the 9th inning. Two sides are back at it again tomorrow for the finale of this 6-game series and the finale of this 24-game set here in 2022. Richmond has won 12 of the 23 games. Bowie has now won 11 of the 23 games. So the Baysox actually can't win the season series with Richmond. I believe it's the first time since 2016 that Bowie will not be winning the season series with the Squirrels. But they can at least try for the season series split and a 6-game series split if they can get it done. Grayson Rodriguez will start for the Baysox. It is his 2nd start with Bowie, following that lengthy stint on the injured list in which he had that, it was the torn meniscus, no, it was the latissimus strain for Grayson Rodriguez. You can tell I'm not very good with my medical jargon. He had that latissimus strain that sidelined him in June, and he'll be making his 2nd start with Bowie tomorrow. While right-hander Keaton Wynn goes for Richmond. He's 2-2 with a 4.71 ERA. 1:05 first pitch tomorrow, which means a DCA Imaging Systems pregame show of 12:45. That'll do it for us from Prince George's Stadium as Bowie takes down Richmond tonight 2-1, their 7th walk-off win of the season. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks for listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. We hope you enjoyed today's game and join us next time for another exciting broadcast coming up soon. This has been a presentation of the Bowie Baysox.